Hey, it just chimed on my phone.
Uh-oh, we're live.
We are live.
Awesome.
What's going on, everybody?
What you see is what you get.
Anybody is out there, we are here, with or without you.
Oh, it's Eber. He's back.
What's up, Beaver?
Hey, Eber. Then it went quiet.
Yeah.
No one's watching. Doesn't matter.
Well, Eber's a someone.
It's just us five.
That's cool. Dave, Charles, Reb, and Mr. Rob, even though you spelled my name wrong. Hey,
But-
Katie.
That's good. How's it going?
Oh,
What's up, Susie?
Yeah, we can call you Susan until Susan comes in.
yeah, which would you prefer, Katie or Susie? Reb,
That's hurtful. You hurt his feelings.
Did I hurt his feelings? Oh, because I said nobody was here? Well, it was
Yeah,
only because it said nobody was here.
All right.
Now all of a
just
sudden, people
click
are popping in.
to the right when you go on above the by the description. There's a thumbs down. Just click that.
Well, that'll get hit anyways. Apparently, that's their favorite button, so.
Okay, so Susie until Susan comes here.
And Donna swears it is not her.
Uh-huh.
I think it is. I've been seeing that on everybody's video. I watched JT, or I tried to watch JT's video before I got ready for this live stream, and I watched a few minutes. I was like, I think viewer number 4 on his video or something like that. I saw Charles already, or I think you commented.
Yeah, I did.
There was like 2 thumbs up. I was one of them. I assume Charles is the other, and there was already a thumbs down on his video.
I conspiracy theory. I won't mention any names, but I think Charles knows who I'm already thinking of. Who I think it is, because they're not being included.
Could be.
So Cody's in the house. He says, "Hey, everyone," and then Grown at Home Academy. It's not. I promise.
See,
See? She wouldn't lie.
I said she swore it wasn't. She hadn't done it since that one night when she said she did it, just playing messing with it.
Nah, I didn't think it was you anyway.
Just teasing everybody again.
Why would she be watching my videos? They're not that good.
They actually, her and the kids usually have it on up on the computer upstairs.
How many
Except for
times?
that one.
How many times have they watched the Johnny Scoville review?
It's been played a few times in this house.
He could make
Yeah,
an
that-
interesting guest on here.
Yep. I'm gonna work at it.
Yeah, whenever he wants.
And you think about it, he does his videos and he's live streaming it to Facebook, and I don't know how many people are following him on Facebook, but it's not like he's new to doing a live stream.
Nah, yeah. In every video he does, I noticed his YouTube. He's releasing one like Bill Moore does, like every day now. But he does like 2 or 3 live feeds, the special videos on Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah, sometimes he puts out like 2 videos in a day. It'll be like
Yeah.
one like early morning and then one later that afternoon.
Well, he sent me a picture, and I think he posted it on. We're all here now watching while we play Treble. That'd be Grown at Home Academy. He showed me a picture, and he posted some pictures on Facebook too. I mean, you should see, he has like a mini store warehouse of products that have been sent to him. So I mean, he's probably set for the next year and a half.
Yeah.
Running towards that Guinness Book record.
Yeah. Man, I really, really wish I could be there just to watch. I mean, we got him, Martin, the Sasquatch, the returning champ, and the prior champ all going head to head. And I think there's a 5th one, I think.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but are they eating fresh or are they eating dry?
Fresh.
Okay, are they going by Guinness rules or just who can eat the most within however long?
They're going by Guinness. It's grams in a minute.
Okay, because LA Beast did the video for the ghost pepper one. You eat one and you have to open your mouth
Right.
in between each one to show it's empty.
There.
Where when he was doing his practice one, he was shoving a whole bunch in his mouth at a time.
Right. I'm not sure how they actually did it, but I know it has to be one at a time. It's not like you can just shovel 5 or 6 peppers at a time in and.
Yep. Hey, Scott. Hey, other Rob.
You figure in 1 minute, that's not very long.
No. But LA Beast did it and had the follow-up video, and was he a hurting unit after that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do it.
I'm shocked he hasn't gone for the Reaper yet.
I thought he did. I think he did.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Because I know I seen him do the Ghost.
The things that guy eats, how
is he still alive or not like in a hospital on like life support?
Well, that time he broke his toe when he put butter on the floor to see how far you could slide across the floor and went right into a doorway. Broke his toe and messed it up really bad.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty much. And he gets paid good to do all this stuff.
Yeah.
Better. Yeah, these are things you won't find on my channel.
I'm not that desperate for viewers.
We'll find
it'll be because I talked to it.
The drill-powered pump drinking a beer.
Mm.
I couldn't do that either.
Yeah, that power bong or whatever he made.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I'll pass.
So, Scott, I saw Kyle got his package, and he's already tried the 7-pot bubble gum. He's going to be preparing for the bootload this weekend.
I was hoping he'd be in the chat. I was going to say, why don't you hop on here and just do it right now?
Yeah.
Chris is in the house. Hey, Chris.
What's up, Chris? What's up, Rob? What's up, Scott? Who else am I missing? Cody.
Hey, Cody. Is it freezing for anyone else, or is it just my internet? I get a little slowdown spike every once in a while on Dave, but the rest is fine.
Yeah. Other than mine being mine's not too bad tonight.
No, I'm looking at the live stream. It seems like it's working good.
Yeah.
If you're getting it freezing, try restarting your router and modem.
Other Rob says, hey, Chris, those ground cherry seeds were in the mail today. Cool. The other Rob says, hey, Dave, Charles, and Rob. Yep, okay. Right.
Hey, Rob.
You put Rob.
It says, hell yeah, bro, I'm laughing out loud. Trying to go see him live this year. Marshmallow, good music, and Chris.
Who's Marshmallow good music?
Oh, he loves marshmallow, man. Everything he's got marshmallow. He's essentially dead kind of. He's different than Dead Mouse, but he's kind of like that outfit. Instead of having the mouse, like you know who Dead Mouse is?
Yeah.
He's got the mouse, the DJ or whatever. This guy has a marshmallow smiley face head.
Oh, I've seen him. Okay.
I haven't seen him. I know who Dead Mouse is, though.
Yeah. I just seen the marshmallow dude. Where was that? It must have been on YouTube. And I thought, oh my God, what now what are they doing? Although, Charles, I say this is the year rock takes back the radio airwaves.
I don't listen to radio, but I listen to Spotify.
I really think it's going to happen. Do you see all the bands that are coming out with albums this year? The big boys are coming out full blast this year.
Yep.
Shinedown's about to release one. My mind just went totally blank. There's who else was coming out with one after them. Oh, geez, I hate that. But anyways, it's like all the big boys are coming out this year. It's like they said, okay, we're tired of all your little cheesy hip hop popish bullcrap that you're calling music nowadays.
We may or may not get a Tool album.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony's in the house. Anthony. Let's see. Chris says, Marshmallow been a DJ for 3 years now and is the highest paid DJ in the world.
He must have a lot of work in Europe. Those people love their DJ music.
Oh, yeah.
One said Tiesto. I like Tiesto.
Although there's a big scene for it here in the U.S., it's just in certain cities and areas.
Yeah.
Like, I love a lot of the electronic stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is gigantic in like Europe and Eastern Europe.
Yep.
All those Eastern Europeans I worked with, oh my God, all you have to do is like, hey, you want to put on some EDM? They're like, yeah. And like every song they know all the words to, and they're dancing to it and everything. It's crazy.
I love a lot of the different venue, the different styles. I love a lot of them.
Well, I mean, a lot of it is like beat related and stuff. And if you listen to just like how metal is or whatever else, it's got that kind of beat to it where that's what you're going with, and not necessarily the lyrics, but you're going with that type of, beat and all the other stuff going on. So
if you're doing any kind of physical labor, that stuff is great to listen to. Like whether you're working out or you're working and doing like physical stuff or whatever, it's great. Like I like a lot of different music, anything from jazz to electronic to, metal to anything. But that has to be my favorite for doing like, active movement things. Because it kind of like makes you move.
Yep.
It's like as if you can dance or something. It's weird.
Or some of the harder rock. Like some of the harder rock, I'll put that on. Like as long as there's not a lot of slow stuff in it, because I know it's the same way and it's like Charles said, it's beat driven. That beat just keeps you. It's like it matches with your heart or something. I don't know. It's just.
Yeah, like some old school Pantera.
Oh, jeez.
That stuff will make you move.
That's going back.
Let's catch up on the chat here a bit. Scott asks, Charles, is Kyle doing the Bootleg Challenge live? But somebody said, other Rob said, no, Scott. He said he wasn't going to do it live. We should pressure him, though. And, yeah, Marshmallow is from Philadelphia. I'm trying to hit up West Republic this coming year. Got no clue who that is either. Cody K. Sweet, how was it? Okay.
Otherwise, hit Kyle up. Tell him we're live. He can hop on here and
maybe training for his bike ride.
So Freaky.
Hey, Freaky.
Hey, Freaky. Oh.
Sorry, I had food in my mouth.
Hey, Russ.
Mr. Russ is in the house.
What's up, Russ?
Sorry, tardy guys had a barbecue in honor of the yard. Sweet, so I make the assumption it's done.
Yeah. Should have a live stream party while you're at it. Barbecue and live stream.
That should be fun.
Make fun of us.
That'd be fun.
And Russ put up a $270 donation. Cool.
Thanks, Rose.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
So did I hear you right the other night? When he does the 270, you get $2, right?
Approximately. It's YouTube keeps 30%.
Okay. That's what I figured. I thought you said that the other night.
Just about me. Forgetting the item. Cool. Vicky says barbecue is good anytime you're willing to cook outside.
Amen to that.
If I had a grill, I'd probably cook outside more often. Russ says he's going to go live tomorrow.
Cool.
what's going to be your theme, or what you going to do, Russ? Rev, Wednesday night we talked about something. Did you tell these two guys about it?
No, I haven't talked to these two guys.
Okay.
Since then, but
All right.
Okay.
I just wondered what their reactions were. All right. So Russ says, "Yeah, that's why I do 270. YouTube takes the 30 cents." Ricky
actually, I just did
says,
the math, and 270 is $1.89. Close enough. That's good.
So what is it we were discussing?
"Well, it's something for behind the scenes for now."
Okay.
That's why I was wondering if he had talked to you about it. I meant to ask before we started, but never got a chance. So Freaky says, "If I'm totally YouTube, yeah, I'll be there." Or trolling, okay. But he says, "It was awesome. We saw DJ Snake one night, Marshmallow another night, and then Sapphire Club another night."
I like DJ Snake.
Yeah.
No clue who that is either.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
that's
for
great
me, I
song.
like Armin van Buuren, Tiesto. I mean, as far as like electronic music, what have you. I do like Dead Mouse. I mean, so but there's a bunch. I mean, I can't even list all the people who I listen to. I mean, I'm all over as long as it's not country or I'm serious. I'll listen to old country like stuff I grew up with. The modern pop country I don't listen to.
I'm just picturing my wife's reaction upstairs right now when you said that.
Well, I'm being specific. I'll listen to anything older, like George Strait, Clint Black, Garth Brooks before he kind of made a comeback.
Right.
That's fine.
You like it before it became pop.
Or whatever they want to call it.
Yep. Wait, you said Garth Brooks before he made a comeback?
Well, he kind of left for a while.
Oh, but he became Chris.
Whatever it is.
Whatever that guy's name was.
That
was hilarious. Well, it kind of looks like Garth Brooks, but it's got a different name, so he's got to be a new guy.
But anyway, that's my thing.
Yeah, I like the older country too.
Oh, you talk
to
my
just sounds like pop.
Oh yeah, you talk to my grandfather. If it's anything pre-90s, he's good with. Actually, even older. Anything after that, and that ain't country.
So then that's exactly where my thing is. That's what I'm saying. That's from my cutoff too.
Yeah.
I like a little bit into the 2000s, like Kenny Chesney before he was all about like sitting on a beach and like everything's great. Like, yeah, I like that older stuff. But same thing with like Toby Keith. Like, I don't know. I think it was like pre 9/11 I liked him, but post 9/11 I didn't.
Let me get caught up here a little bit. Chris says, I surprised Anthony and just sent out a grow light to him. The highest bidder was getting something from me, laughing out loud. Russ says, St. Patty's Day at Fort Bliss for one of the people. Other Rob says, what time, Russ? Russ says, I'm sorry. Oh, and then, haha, damn it. Damn it, Rev. He says, Rev with the math and all, or math all the time, laughing out loud.
It doesn't take away from the sentiment. The sentiment's awesome. Appreciated, even if it was 20 cents. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Other Rob says, awesome, Chris. Yeah, and that's awesome, Chris. Sending the light to him, yeah. Freaky says, that had me looking at my post. Yeah, I just read it. Sorry. Freaky says, just subbed you. Yeah, thought I did a while ago. Ebert says, dubstep country. Johnny Cash. Other Rob, I like old country. Freaky says, you can drink Garth. Wait. You can drink Garth Brooks now? He's pop. Ebert says, and of course, Mexican music, laughing out loud. Russ says, thanks, Freaky. And everybody's typing so fast.
And Chris said, "Baby, lock them doors and turn the lights down low." I haven't heard that song in so long.
Me either. I'm not a country fan, sorry. Other Rob says Hank, Merle, Waylon, Willie, Jerry Reed, and such is what I like.
Yeah, Waylon, Willie, and the boys.
Russ says, my wife is a teacher, Rev. She's going to tear me apart for getting the math wrong.
Well, we won't tell her about that.
Eva's asking Russ, did you upload a finished video of the yard? If you did, I missed it. I didn't see it myself, so.
Yeah.
Chris says he's laughing his donkey off. He says, Josh Turner.
Rob doesn't know who that is because that's a country singer.
Nope, no clue.
So that is
yeah. Huh?
I don't know either.
Yeah, he's one of the newer country singers. As newer, I mean like 2006, because that's about when I stopped listening to country.
He says, I don't like math. It makes me think, and thinking hurts. Russ says, not yet, Eber. I thought everyone was sick of my post, so I'm going to wait till it's 100%. Actually, watching the progress of it is kind of cool. I like seeing progress videos like that.
So do you think there's enough people watching for Kyle to eat this bootleg?
I don't know.
Sure.
That's what he said. He's not sure that there's not. I'm going to say absolutely there's enough people.
Tell him to put a post on Pepper Lovers. I'm sure people will come over to watch him eat it.
Eber says to Russ, is looking good. We'll be on the lookout for it. Russ says, thanks, Eber. Eber says, who sings that song, when it rains, it pours? I have no clue either.
I don't know.
Susie says, Reb, you just sang a line from one of his songs.
Oh, really? That was Josh Turner? I thought that was somebody else.
Okay.
Okay.
And Russ says, thanks to me.
Russ, I just subscribed to your channel. I didn't realize you actually had one. Sorry.
Yeah, watch his the Hot Wings one. It's a little long and it's good, and he rocks it like a champ.
Nice.
The BW or Buffalo Wild Wings Blazing Challenge. See, I want to be able to eat them as well as he did.
You will one day, Rob. You will.
Yeah, you can. Just keep trying those chocolate bootlas, and then next thing you know, you'll tackle that challenge in no time.
No problem.
Chris, I'm already subbed to you.
Well,
just takes me a while to get caught up on videos. There's just so many people. I think JT did binge watching. I had like 6 different videos with messages, comments pop up from him today.
Yeah.
I'm subscribed to you, Chris. I thought maybe I wasn't, but nope. Just double checked.
No,
sorry. That says, no worries, sir. Thank you for the sub. Other Rob says, I watched it live. You talking about, Rob, you talking about Russ eating the wings? And Russ says, yeah, skip to like 30 minutes in. And Eva says, I subbed to Chris. Chris Garden is laughing out loud. Eva says, yeah, laughing out loud. Chris, I'm already subbed, says Russ. And Chris says, thanks, guys and girls. Oh.
Yeah, one of my problems with when I watch YouTube videos, like I'll always give a thumbs up unless they're like a gigantic channel, then I don't think it means anything, so I won't bother. But my biggest problem is coming up with a comment. Because I'll scroll down to the comments, and usually, most of the time, the comment I was going to leave, I'll see it in the comments. And I'm like, well, I don't want to leave the same comment as that other person. Yep. Usually it's Charles, too. And it's like, oh, come on, man. Like, why did you steal my comment? And you were here before me.
I mean, I do. I get on these videos pretty quick.
I know, man. Every time I go, I scroll into the comments. You're one of the first comments, and I swear, almost every time you had the same comment I was going to give, and I'm like, man, now I got to rethink it. And when I got to rethink, like was just said, thinking makes me hurt. So
videos and posts, Charles has got to be one of the quickest.
I try.
Yeah, I don't often beat him.
I mean, like I said, I don't really have cable or nothing anymore, and that's what I really do. Is I mean, I do have like Amazon and Netflix, but to be honest, I love watching YouTube. I just watch everything on YouTube. There's so many different things, and I'm just doing whatever I need to do with my plants, or hell, talking to people on the phone. I'm just kind of have that in the background, watching things or whatever. So it's just something I like to do.
yeah, and one awesome point that I'll make, that if I don't leave a comment on your video, usually I'll watch it again. And then if I don't have a comment, I'll watch it again. And if I don't have a comment after that, I'm like, all right, I just got to walk away from this. So at the very least, you get like 3 views out of me and a thumbs up.
Yeah.
So I'm helping behind the scenes at least.
Let's see. Other Rob says, I was there for the whole thing. The whole thing. Russ. So yes, Rob. Must be the whole thing with Rob. Chris says, I have a bunch of seeds on the way. I'll do a giveaway soon. Cool. Russ says, you are the man. Or, Rob, you are the man. Thank you. Yeah. I know, that was weird.
No, that was fine.
Russ says, I agree, Charles. If it wasn't for the fam, I'd cancel my DirecTV.
Yeah, my parents hate visiting me because I do not have TV.
I have basic TV, and that TV's up on the wall and hasn't been turned on since about Christmas time.
Well, I swear they think I thought my parents thought my sister was the better kid because they'd visit me, but they'd go over to her house to watch TV. And then all of a sudden, like 2 years ago, all of a sudden she doesn't have TV either.
Really, if you look at it, like, you get it from home from work at 5 something. You either go get whatever you're going to go get for food, you make your food. So like 6 or 7, if you have a family, kids, everything, you spend time with them, do whatever. You really only have, an hour or two. If you're going to go to, work early again, you only have an hour or two to do anything. So you could barely even watch a movie anyway.
Yeah, well, I was always told that the only reason to have cable was for sports. But then my sister, I don't know what she has. I think it's like Roku or something like that. All of a sudden, she's getting sports on her TV, but she doesn't have TV. It's. I know she has Netflix and she has something else, but it's not Netflix.
Yeah,
but it's like Roku or something, and you can go to like ABC and just go in there and like scroll down, and there's I don't know.
Yep, I have 2 Roku boxes and I have 2 Fire Sticks. It's all internet-based streaming stuff.
Yeah.
And
like I said, just get Cody. I got Cody. I love Cody.
Cody is what runs the Fire Stick. Like Chris says here, I have a Fire Stick and jailbroke it, and I get everything for free, cable and all.
That's how
Cody is the jailbreaking program. The program that bypasses it all. I have Cody on mine too, so I can get anything from G-rated movies all the way up to adult movies. Yeah, let's just say that.
Wait, you talking about like Cinemax?
I think you're talking about more harder than.
Anyway, I have a Fire Stick on this TV and a Roku box, and then the TV at the shop, I have the Fire Stick. So I get Netflix, YouTube, Twitch, Hulu, Amazon, all of that stuff without an issue. Let's see. Off topic. It's been rough for Florida this year so far. Yeah.
Yeah, and Eber asked about the bridge that fell yesterday. Yeah, that was yesterday.
Yeah.
That was a pedestrian bridge. But the pedestrian bridge was not in order yet. Or it was out of order or whatever. They just put it in place.
Well, they said the company that builds them has a history of faulty equipment. stuff they built has, and I'm like, why did you hire them?
I don't know. I saw something. It was like it cost 12 million for the bridge, but they budgeted 19 million. So maybe that's what has to do with it. 7. Okay.
Sorry, Rob. Go ahead. Continue.
Okay. Russ says, just get Cody. Yeah, we already went over that. And it says exactly, Chris. Chris says, yep, that's what I got. And Cody says, what part of Florida, Eber? I was in Tampa last month. And Eber says, yeah, I wake up at 3-ish a.m., get off at 1-ish. So that goes back to Charles and his schedule that he was talking about. Eber says to Cody, that bridge that fell on the street, I think, yesterday. Chris says, XXX.
Huh.
You don't need a fire stick for that.
For free, if you want it for free.
Nathan and Jordan leave the room upstairs while Rob explains to us what
on this subject.
What?
He's the one who went off on a tangent and started bringing up all this stuff, and now he's, keep on going.
Well, like the new Star Trek series that's on whatever station, it'll air, and then an hour later, it's already on the Fire Stick, hacked and ready for you to watch.
Oh, wow.
And there's like 15 places that'll stream it, and you can sit and watch it from there. But yeah, the Fire Stick at the office isn't, or at the shop isn't jailbroken, so we can't get into anything that we don't want, but it's a whole lot better than the built-in YouTube on the TV. It'll actually keep going, and we can get into Twitch and Mixer and Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, all of those things.
Yeah, you got the wrong kind of Cody. The Cody I got, it's on my computer, and there's no jailbreak, there's no nothing, and it'll give me anything. Movies that came out last night, it is available today.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Last night in the theater, it's available today.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's just that the Fire Stick, to put Kodi on it, you got to jailbreak the Fire Stick, and it's the same Kodi operating system that you're using on the computer. It's just the Fire Stick uses it. You don't have to use a computer to do it. You don't have to watch it on your computer. You take and plug the Fire Stick into an HDMI port, and there's a power plug that goes into it. It's a little stick about yay big, looks like an oversized flash drive, and away you go.
Now, is the Fire Stick through Amazon or a particular company, or?
Yeah, it's an Amazon Fire Stick.
Okay.
And you can get them in a couple different forms, and like Roku is a box about yay big that hooks up to HDMI cable, and it's wireless internet or wired, and mine has a wire on it. But since I got the Fire Stick, I don't use the Roku box anymore. The Roku box has there's certain stations that stream really old movies, B movies, where I can get them, but haven't been able to find that too much on the Fire Stick. But I haven't gone looking yet lately either.
Huh.
I love like B, C, D movies. I love all those things, but usually you can find them on YouTube.
That's cool.
I wish I could remember this movie. It is so cheesy, but man, it's one of my favorite movies. It's like in the future and global warming took effect and the world's flooded, kind of like Waterworld, but it's not Waterworld. It actually has a plot, but it was really good. And, man, I can't remember what it was called.
We'll have to see. We can keep talking about other things, but I'm going to see if I can find it.
Vicky says, can you bid 2 cents? Well, Cody said, the government always goes for the lowest bidder. Can you bid 2 cents? No. Eva says, crazy part is the bridge cost $14.2 million to build and was funded through a $19.4 million grant from the U.S. Department of Transportation. But Drone Wars is not Drone Wars, is it, Rev?
No, it wasn't that. It was they were like on a, Yeah, it was the Catholic Church was trying to get these treasure hunters to find treasure that would reduce the flooding of the earth because of the global warming and the waters rose and everything was flooded, and it was really cool. It was like total like B, C, or D movie, but I loved it. I watched it on YouTube. It might have been taken down by now, but I think I watched it at least a year ago, maybe 2 years ago.
Just like Idiocracy isn't on Netflix anymore.
Oh, that's one of my absolute favorite movies of all time.
It's on. It's
Oh,
on.
that joke? Huh?
It's on Amazon. Amazon is on Amazon.
I don't have Amazon, sorry.
Huh.
Freaky says, darn, don't think I've seen that one. I like the old style 3D movies where you got to wear the blue and red glasses. My last roommate and I, we would sit for hours and just watch these old 3D movies. We even went and got some high-end, real nice plastic framed 3D glasses, and yeah, it was fun.
I was never a fan of those movies. Never liked the glasses.
Yeah, when you're wearing the paper ones, it sucks. But when you're wearing a pair that feels like a regular pair of sunglasses, then it's quite all right.
I would say the newer ones are all much nicer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched the new 3D movie. I don't know, like it was pre-2011, and it was at my boss's house, and a buddy of mine was watching the house, and he was like, "Dude, come in and watch this movie." And I watched was it Clash of the Titans? I think the first one, and we watched that in 3D, and that was amazing. When the Kraken was coming out of the water, and you see like the water dripping off of the arm, both of us were taking the glasses off and looking at the ceiling because we thought there was a leak in the house.
Jillian's in the house.
What's up, Julian?
Oh man.
But yeah, they came a long way with that 3D glasses thing.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was garbage. The red and green lenses and stuff, but the ones like you were talking about, Rob, where they actually look like sunglasses and you actually have to power them on and stuff. Yeah, that's
all the Polaroid or the Polaroid. Yeah, I think that's what they are. But yeah,
who would ever thought that we would have 3D TV?
Yeah.
Well, I'll purposely not go to a 3D movie. I don't like 3D movies. I mean, the moderns, I know they're cool and stuff. I can't. I mean, with the amount of stuff that you get 3D and all that other crap, I just rather see a movie.
I'm with you on that. I'd kind of rather just watch a movie, but I will say that the new 3D is a lot better. Like the old 3D was just absolute garbage, but the new 3D is actually worth it. But I'm with Charles. I'd much rather just watch a movie.
And then the other thing is, I wear sunglasses, but I don't regularly wear glasses. If I'm relaxing at the movie theater, I don't want glasses on me. I mean, that's just me personally. I'd rather just not have to deal with it. So,
yeah.
And then God forbid you get a defective glass and you got to go get a pair of glasses, because I've done that before where it's all off and then nothing worked right, because they just recycle those glasses and you throw them in the bin.
Yeah.
Well, that was another reason why I got my own. Russ says, I bought a first-gen 3D TV. I could even go get the glasses if you want to see a pair.
What's up, 80 Beats?
Now let's go get your glasses. I want to see this. Come on.
When he comes back with the glasses, say you want to see the TV.
Yeah.
Can't blame the old man bladder this time.
No. He's in the office.
Well, you can, but
Well, yeah, we could, but
That or he's watching Cody.
Yeah, I don't understand any of that stuff yet. We're so old school. we have a Blu-ray player and a TV.
Oh, if it wasn't for my buddy, I wouldn't know what Cody is either. He's the one that told me about it. He's like, you got to do this, and he like walked me through step by step to how to do it and everything. And
is it something you had to actually? Is it like a device you had to actually buy, or is it a program, or?
No, it's like a program. I just went on the computer, like downloaded the Kodi, but that's not the hard part. That's really easy. All you have to do is like Google it. But the hard part was to find the streaming, because you have to like have different streams, and you have to know which ones to actually go for. Because some of them are just bare bone. Oh, the government or whoever found out, now they're taken down kind of thing. You want the hidden ones where they can't really find them. That was the hard part.
Well, that's why I couldn't wrap my brain around the Fire Stick when they were telling me. I'm like, well, if it's coming through Amazon, obviously it's legal. I'm like, so is it like a paid subscription type thing or what? I say, I still don't understand the Fire Stick.
Yeah, because I mean, the Roku, I mean, I have 3 Rokus. And just like Rob was saying, and then, you know, if I want to go and, you know, have this channel added on from Roku, I just go to Roku, add channels, a paid channel, go through that and subscribe to that channel, and then I have it on my Roku.
Huh. Now, is that like a thumb drive? Is that thumb drive type thing?
Yeah, mine's a little like a hockey puck.
Okay.
Yeah, Roku box is about yay big.
Huh.
All right, Rob, let's see these glasses. Well, first, hey, did you go get the TV?
Okay, now you got to say, I'll be back in that tone. There it is.
Yeah, you can see the color change in them. So they had the old style red and blue 3D glasses, but yeah, just like a regular pair of sunglasses instead of those ugly paper ones.
Now you just have to be like something, Mr. Anderson. You could be Agent Smith. Russ is pretty cool. He said in the chat, if y'all need help with Kodi, hit him up.
Yeah, a friend of mine does mine for me. Anytime there's a major update, he lets me know, and I walk 5 houses down, hand it to him, walk back home. He'll text me like 10 minutes later, I'm ready. So I'll go meet him halfway again and get it back. And yeah.
He said Anthony just got done making 14 1-gallon fabric pots to transplant my double cubs. Buy me some time until I make the 5-gallon pots.
Nice.
With cheaper material until I practice.
That's funny. You were just talking about that before we went live.
Yeah. I saw you got the materials, and I was wondering if you made them. Did you put a post up about that yet?
Well, BD says anyone can hit me up on Hangouts, and I'll show you them so far. They look pretty nice. You know, you could just go to PLC and post some pictures there. I'm sure there'd be people interested there.
Yeah.
And it is pepper related.
Hey, BD, send me that in Hangouts. I want to look at it.
By the way, did I say hi, BD? Sorry.
There you go. Yeah, Susie has a good one for you to say with those glasses on. You think that somehow the rules do not apply to you, Mr. Anderson?
Dude, you almost nailed that.
I love Agent Smith. He's great. He was the good guy, right?
Yeah.
That's a new point of view.
I remember when I went to the second one when it was released opening night. People were these guys all were dressed up like agents and all up against the front, but they had their back facing against the screen. And then like facing towards us or whatever, and then till like the movie started or whatever, they're just acting goofy like agents or whatever in the stadium, in the at the movie theater. It was pretty cool. That was fun. I always like when they dress up and have a good time with stuff.
Yeah. Well, I was pumped when I don't know what the actor's actual name is, but I was pumped when I seen he was going to be in V for Vendetta.
Yeah. Well, he was in Lord of the Rings too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yep.
And
He's
several
been
other.
He's been in quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Russ says, huh, mine are even older, Rob. Yeah, these are only about 6 years old.
I remember my first 3D movie. I think it was Jaws 3 in 3D. And when you see the limb like just floating or whatever, you're like, oh my God, this is so cheesy. After the shark spikes, oh my God, it was just so cheesy looking. But you know, back then, man, it was a big deal. That was like, cool.
Oh yeah.
BD says, not yet. I'm waiting to get 20 done tonight. Then I will post them. Okay. First movie, Swamp Monster or Swamp Thing.
Oh, Swamp Thing.
Yeah, first 3D movie that we watched here with the classes.
That was one of the first movies I watched on beta.
I know I've seen a couple of the old school 3D movies, but the new 3D, I've only seen that. I believe it's Clash of the Titans. I can't. I'm keep saying I think it is because I can't remember what the sequel was, and I don't think I've seen the sequel.
Well, I've personally seen all the Star Wars because I've seen Star Wars. When I watch Star Wars, I watch them all in all three sets. So I watch them in regular 2D, 3D, and IMAX. But I'm a Star Wars nut, so I watch all the Star Wars in 3 different viewings.
I've only seen all of the Star Wars in just regular movie.
I haven't seen all of the Star Wars yet.
Yeah, I agree with Julian. Doctor Strange was good in 3D.
Is that the new thing where like the time travel movie or show?
No, the movie Doctor Strange.
The Bond movie?
From the Avengers.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't know what that is.
He's the magic dude.
Yeah.
Those Doctor movies. Or no, it's Doctor Strange or Strange Love or
Strange Love. Yeah, that's with George C. Scott.
I don't think I've ever seen that. Whatever this new time travel movie, Doctor something, where he like goes in one of those British phone booths and like goes through time.
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who. Yeah.
We had a conversation on that a few weeks ago. Yeah, Rob's apparently seen all of them.
I've never seen any of them.
Me neither.
I've just heard what's his name, Craig Ferguson. I binge watched a bunch of his shows, and he kept talking great about it, like how great it is. And I thought, well, maybe I should check it out just because he says it's so great. But yeah, here we are, like I don't know, 3-4 months later, still haven't even looked.
Cody, mine wasn't a hoop house. Mine was like a hoop. I don't know, a shade. I don't know what you want to describe mine last year, but it was. I guess it was kind of like a hoop house, and that's what I did. It's just used T-post, and then I'm doing the same thing now. I'm just making it not a hoop. I'm just making it even across, so I don't get any homeowners association letters because I was worried about that last year. Because I'm seeing that big old hoop going over the thing, but all I did is just do T-post, doing 1.5 inch PVC. Just got to make sure if it's regular schedule 40, because if you do the WPV, the high pressure crap, it will not fit over a T-post. I found that out because everybody around here, all they have is the high pressure PVC. I can't find just regular schedule 40 a lot. I think I talked to Scott about that. And then I just went and got brackets and did boards along the side. Then I went to a greenhouse store and bought the channel or extrusions with wiggle wire. And then you go and you run whatever degree you want to run on the PVC, attach that to the top of the PVC, or it's on top of the T-post. And then I just ran it across. And then I went and got the what is that the center portion of a tunnel? Anyway, there's like a little clamp that holds that center piece that goes through the middle of it, and I just ran that for support, and then I just ran the shade cloth over the top of that. But like I said, mine was like more of a shade tunnel, and mine still will be this year as well. But the extrusions or the little aluminum channels with the wiggle wire, that stuff's great. But you need the boards to drill it in there. But once you do that and you have that going across, that stuff's not going to move at all. I mean, it took all that snow, which I know, don't laugh, Rob, but for us to go and tear down my structure. I mean, it went through a hurricane, it went through multiple windstorms, and and like I said, that's just something I just made at the house. And last year was 16. Well, it's still going to be the same this year. I'm just kind of doing an extra sides, but I'm not. It's like 16 by 36, I think mine was last year, and this year I'm just kind of extending everything out. So I'm going to have that extrude that C channel have it go against my fence and have like loose netting to go and give shade to one side. The side towards my house, it has enough shade. I think they'll be fine. And I'm going to hope for the best that I get all these plants in there. So basically my whole area is going to be the dog's mad. 20, I think it's 26 by 44 or something like that. That's my area that I'm going with.
That you're going to cover?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm covering it with a 4-ounce weed barrier from Ag Fabric. I guess I shouldn't give names, and then do all that, and then just order the shade cloth and everything since mine's all ripped. But like I said, only the middle portion of my side of my house will have the shade cloth, because the other portion I think will have enough shade and it won't have a big effect like the middle of the side of the house. And then I think if I figured it right, I can get 10 or 11 rows, and then I have to run the drip lines down that. That's what I'm doing. So 11 rows. And then I'm going to stagger them like Dave was talking about row planting, going back and zigzagging them. And like I said, they're going to be tight, but I'm going to say the hell with it. I'm still going to do them because I already got all this, the fabric pots and everything else. I got all the dirt. So I'm going to hope for the best, but that's what I'm going for, like 10 or 11 rows and probably, I don't know, 15 or 16 spaces long. So that's what I'm going for. So I can get about 150, 160 plants. And I'm keeping my Dorset Naga in the front. And then I'm actually going to have like beans and other things in the front of the area. So it could kind of be like the whole garden area. We'll see how it works out.
Nice.
So
you should do a video on how you set that all up.
Yeah, it's a slow process, but like I said, I'm just still kind of tearing down some things and kind of getting things moving. And like I said, second week of April is when I hope to have most things going. But unfortunately, I didn't plan it that well because I can't do the one row at the very end, because if I would have thought about it, I would have not put a 500-gallon smart pot on that end. So I can't do that row until I get all rid of most of the dirt. The dirt's got to come out of the smart pot to go in the other pots.
Is that the one I'm supposed to come take care of?
The big one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. Just shovel out of the 500-gallon into the 5 gallons. It's all amended. It's had a cover crop, all that other stuff. So the only thing I'm going to do is put some trifecta in it, and then put the drip lines. So that's what I'm going with.
Susan's in the house.
I wish we only had 6 weeks to our last frost date. We still got 2 months, basically. May 15th. I'm going to push it. I'm putting mine up. I'm tapped. I'm so tapped out right now in space. And I got, we'll say 7 trays of super hots, if not 8 maybe, that need to be transplanted now so they can get a chance to put out root growth before they get put in the ground. And I ain't got nowhere to put them. So they're sitting in their 72 count tray still. So I'm hoping I'm going to test it this week. I'm hoping to get the greenhouse frame up and get the plastic on it and put a heat source in there to see if I can keep it above 45 for a week, because we're supposed to still get pretty cold nights.
Do you still have 60-watt bulbs?
Do what?
Do you still have 60-watt bulbs or 100-watt bulbs?
Yeah, I think we still do have some incandescent bulbs.
That's around here. I mean, again, big difference in temperature, but around here for the entire winter, they would have outdoor well pumps in a little pump house that was built. And that's all they would do is put one 60-watt bulb in there with a little clamp light and just turn that thing on. And that was just enough heat to keep the pump from freezing. So maybe that would do the same thing.
Yeah.
Keep your plants from freezing.
Susan, the site is M.I. Gardner, correct, Dave?
MIGardner.com, yeah.
So trifecta.
What's up, Susan?
Yeah, what Freaky Big Geek put, M.I. Gardner, it's his channel, but if you go to his website, it's MIGardner.com, yeah.
That's Luke, isn't it?
Yep. She's that about the trifecta.
And I think it's 50. Like I said, I got to order it this week, but I think it's like 50-something bucks for 15 pounds.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think a lot of. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, that's how much I'm going to need for the first go around, I believe. So.
Yeah, that's strictly his fertilizer. They created that. So as far as I know, you can only get it through him still.
It still blows me away. Like, I've been following that guy since like 2011 when he was like a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And now he's like married with a kid.
Yep. And one of the larger gardening channels on YouTube now.
Oh yeah, that guy's gigantic. You watch one of his live streams, like I always see it once it's over, and it's like, I don't know, like 50,000 views or like 20,000 or something crazy, some number where you're like, whoa, that's gigantic for a gardening channel.
Yeah.
Now that I said 50,000, I don't think that's it.
I was there when he did the live feed when he hit 100,000. That was an awesome night. They actually stayed live and set up and kept going until they hit it.
All right, well there you go. If you want to see a never-ending live stream from me, yeah, try to get me to 100,000.
Yeah.
Wonder what the longest live stream on YouTube is.
Well, I don't know. I'm pretty sure you can look it up.
Oh wait, no, I think it cuts off every 8 hours.
No,
That's right, it does. Yeah, because 50 ducks in a hot tub. That guy has 24-hour, 7-day-a-week hours, and then restart.
but you can get permission for it because the eagle babies in the nest, that was on a straight live feed for like 5 weeks straight that never cut.
Well, it does. It's not that it cuts; it just stops being live and then immediately starts being live again, because YouTube can only hold like 8 hours worth of HD, and then like 4 hours or 3 hours for that 8 hours to actually become live again, so you can rewatch it.
Okay, because the eagle ones, I don't think you could rewatch it. But I've sat there and watched these baby eagles in a nest just running around and eating and everything else for hours on end on my second monitor. And I never got to notice that, it stopped and started again. It might do in the background without notice, but it was going on for like 5-6 weeks.
That's probably because they didn't DVR it, or not DVR, but they didn't have it in playback.
Yeah.
It probably just played, recorded and played through YouTube, but never backed it up. So you couldn't like go back and see like an hour ago. That's the DVR function. Yeah. And you couldn't probably, I don't know for sure, but you probably couldn't go back to the last 8 hours and watch that. So
you couldn't. Like Susan says, right, I watched that. It was Eagle Cam. I forgot what the name of it was. There are cartoon streams. Yeah, the cartoon streams are the longest. Oh yeah, there's one stream that does nothing but Dragon Ball Z, start to finish, and then cycles back. You know, it's like 200 and some episodes. Then turns around and starts at the beginning again. Mike Underwood is in the house. He says 150, 30-minute. I just checked.
And then going back to what Beatty was saying, he sent me some pics. I think you're going to be pretty impressed with his bags when he shows everyone. They look really good.
So, okay. As jokingly, I was going to say, so when's he going to start selling them?
You never know. Beatty's an entrepreneur, so he's got all kinds of areas he's going after.
Yeah, maybe you should put a startup up.
Oh, Mike is saying 150 hours, 30 minutes. That is genius. So 6 days, roughly. 6 days, 6 hours, 30 minutes.
That's a long time.
No, thanks.
So, Rev, do you think you could talk for 6 days and 30 minutes?
I could, but I don't think anybody would want to hear it.
Well, I did my Minecraft stream last night, and it was 3 hours and 5 minutes, and I actually had like 7 people at one point in time, so I had decent conversations going on. But otherwise, if it's just me or one other person, they're not talking. I basically talk to myself.
Well, they just had I was on Twitch, and it was the longest or the most concurrent viewers on a live stream, including like a ton of famous people that hopped on and were talking and stuff. I forget who the dude was, but he just broke the record by like almost double. I forget what it was. It was like 168,000 people at one time, and he just did like 360,000 or something. All at one time. Yeah, I believe for that live stream, I believe it was estimated that he made 25,000 or 25 million or something. I forget. Maybe it was only 25,000. But yeah, I just heard about that, like 2 days ago? So I guess it happened 3 or 4 days ago.
I couldn't see talking to that many people live at one time.
I don't think you can.
No. Chris says, Rob, I'll play Fortnite with you if you have Xbox. Sorry, I don't have. Well, I have an original Xbox and an Xbox 360, but I haven't played Fortnite at all. And then Chris says, I don't play Minecraft.
Fortnite's free?
Yeah, Fortnite. First-person shooter, I believe. A badass free game.
Wait, I thought, wasn't it you that said that Fortnite was kind of like Minecraft, but just a little different? Or no. You were saying
something with the A.
Ark.
Yeah,
that's the one with the dinosaurs?
Yeah.
I was laughing. I'm in there listening to that. I'm just laughing. That's when I chimed in finally, Rob, and said, "Don't let that shut you down."
Well, it's a game. Deals with dinosaurs based on an absolutely positively huge ship, and yeah, you go around and tame them.
Hey, Rev, you have a piece of mail to open, don't you?
Apparently.
Well, I just looked at the clock and I'm like, hey, wait, he hasn't opened his mail yet.
I was just waiting for everybody to get here.
I think this is maybe as good as it's going to get.
But Thumbs Down guy didn't get here yet.
Hey, don't jinx it.
Like Mike says, whoop, whoop.
Mike's waiting. And Cody, if you're still on here to answer your question, I do believe I am 6A or 5A, depending on which map you look at. Which I don't understand why they call us 5A, because we're not really a higher elevation. We're in the Ohio Valley, but depending on what map you look at. He asked earlier what growing zone I was in.
The Ohio Valley? I thought you lived in West Virginia.
Yeah, well. You know.
So,
mail call.
You got a letter?
Everybody's been waiting for.
Well, Chris said that, what the heck was the game? What was it, Fortnite? Yeah, Fortnite is free on PlayStation and Xbox. Yep. I did not know about that. It's in the store selection on the game console. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, my PS3 is dead.
Nothing I like better than free stuff.
I was just looking at Freaky's comment. You look older than 5 or 6. Yeah, I'm a little bit older than 5 or 6.
Are you opening it, Rev, or do I got a minute to step in my office?
Nah. I'm gonna bypass. I'm gonna sidestep that one.
Oh. I don't know what the heck this is from, but I got a dang.
I feel your pain, Rob. I totally understand. I'm only 41, but I got that old man bladder.
Is it all on me?
Well, we're waiting for Rob to come back. He wants to be here when you did.
Yeah.
I thought you overruled him and said no.
No. He's older. I respect my elders.
Yeah.
I don't remember reading that in any book. Oh, wait, maybe I do.
So technically, Charles is older than me too, so I got to respect my elder there too.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Well, since we're playing that game, I guess I got to respect Dave.
Yeah, pretty much. You're the young buck of the crew. So.
What's up, Derek?
Oh, Derek's just in time.
Derek Kimberlin's in the house.
He's here to see the unveiling.
You got here just in time.
Just waiting on Rob and his old bladder.
Yeah. We're experiencing challenges tonight. Incontinence issues.
Continents.
He had an old man bladder call, so sorry.
I can't remember if Derek's older than me or not.
Derek will be 40. He's 39.
Oh, then he's right there, same age as me.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're both 39.
That's right. I think he turns 40 before me. So yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Derek. And yes, I could hear every word you said, Dave.
I told you I feel your pain. I got the same old man bladder. They make fun of me all day at work, but I drink like almost 2 gallons of water a day. So,
Let's see.
Sweet. So is that video coming out tonight, Derek? Or were you just finishing it? It'll be out tomorrow.
Well, if it's uploading on the other computer, yeah, you could have scheduled it, but
Well, I have one uploading, or not uploading, it's rendering on my other computer, and that'll be up tomorrow. That's why I was asking. I do the same thing, but I'm usually a day late.
Okay, we ready?
It'll be up tonight.
Drum roll.
Wow, I was gonna say, what the heck is that? It sounds like static.
I thought it was a vacuum at first.
What's a drum roll?
And I heard it. Yeah, I heard it.
I thought it was a dinosaur growling.
Come on.
Dinosaur growling.
That sounds worse.
Yeah.
I can't find a good drum roll.
Let's put Rev in presentation mode.
Doesn't have to.
Derek says, yeah, it will be up tonight. It's a fun one. Laughing at Charles or with Charles. And Freaky says, crazy so far. All videos are fun. And Mike's laughing. Russ says, sounds like a blender. Derek says, thanks, Freaky. And Susan says, just do a drum roll. Well,
That would have been much.
I can't do it. I'm not a drummer. We need Rocky. Where's Rocky? Rocky's a drummer. I'm not a drummer.
That'd have been so much funnier if Susan would have said, just do a drum roll, not a blender.
Okay, come on, Rev.
presentation mode.
Well, the card is a tomorrow-based card.
Yeah, that's why I kind of picked that one up.
Here. The grand total is
Cool.
$470.
Man, I was close on my guessing.
that is a lot.
A lot more than you expected, wasn't it?
Absolutely. I was just expecting 200 from Anthony.
Now you have 670.
No, those were combined.
Yeah, that's combined. That's the total. There was a total of $270 donations plus the 200 from Anthony.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sweet. So now I got a lot of work to do.
But now you can get some quality plastic. Right? Hopefully.
Can.
But we know he won't.
Well, I don't know. It's that whole I'm cheap part.
Somebody had commented that on one of the posts, and I'm thinking, no, he's not gonna go get greenhouse plastic.
Yeah.
He's gonna get other plastic. He'll do other stuff to the greenhouse.
Well, Beady Beat sent me a link to 50% off greenhouse plastic.
Ooh, nice.
But it would be one roof, and it cost about the same amount as 3 roofs.
Yeah, but
Kinda-
it's thicker and stronger.
Yeah, well, it better be.
Yeah.
If I buy is garbage.
I don't know. That 6 mil plastic holds up. Well, not to a hurricane, obviously, but
Well, no, it lasted through many hurricanes.
yeah.
It's just once the sun hits it so long, then it can't handle anything.
Fly Dave out to help. I could probably drive there and be there in probably 6 hours, 5 or 6.
Or you could fly down in 45 minutes.
Yeah, but then I got to drive 2 hours north to Pittsburgh, get on a plane,
And then drive like an hour and a half.
from the. So I'm thinking I'm with Rev on this one. I can be cheap too. It's just cheaper for me to drive.
Bernie's in the house. But yeah, 5-6 hours isn't bad to drive. That's like me driving from here to Des Moines. I've driven to Des Moines for lunch one time.
I think that's what it is. I can't remember. One of my bosses at work, her family, they go down to the Outer Banks every year. I can't remember how many hours she said it takes them to get there.
So Susan's asking, how big is that? Oh, well, I should go back up higher. Crazy said, or Derek says, awesome. Freaky says, well done, people. Scott says, that's awesome. Chris says, raise the roof now for sure. Other Rob says, I'm looking forward to seeing all the awesome things you do this season, Rev. Freaky says, me as well, Other Rob. Susan says, fly Dave out to help. And Bernie says, set players. So, yep, Bernie's in the house.
Hey, Bernie.
So Susan's asking, how big is that greenhouse, Rev?
It is, I can't remember if it's outside dimensions or inside dimensions, but it's 12 feet wide by 24 feet long, 10 foot high.
Cool.
So it's a little big.
Freaky says, hello, Bernie, and then says, Rev, will the greenhouse stay the same size or will it grow?
I guess it would depend if I go greenhouse material or not. If I don't do greenhouse material, maybe that would be a reason to grow. Which, by the way, thanks everybody that was in on that. That's pretty romantic.
Yeah, it shows the love this group has got.
It really does.
Yeah, that was pretty freaking amazing.
That is. I know.
Me and Charles were talking behind the scenes. We figured 250-ish, maybe, we would end up having total.
Which would be more than enough.
And boom, I mean, we almost doubled that.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. I can't say enough.
Well, me, myself, I would like to thank everybody who donated to this. I think it's really heartwarming and really cool.
Yeah, same thing. Everybody who donated product, who contributed, whatever. I mean, we did this, in a short amount of time. I mean, it just went and just blew up on one live stream, really.
Yeah.
It was talk and then blew up and then it happened real quick, and it's awesome that that's what we got put together in such a short period of time. So,
I mean, you're talking, like Susan said, started with Dave. Yeah, I started it, but man, I mean, my phone went off 2 minutes, 3 minutes after I said that, and it humbled me. That totally blew me away watching it unfold all in a matter of 15, 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, holy crap.
Yeah, talk about not seeing it coming. Dave he texted me earlier like, hey, check it out. I got this 2-ounce shaker. Think I should put it up for sale? And I was like, I don't know. Maybe you should just wait for someone to ask you about it. And then you could be like, yeah, I got some extra.
Yeah, pretty much.
And next thing I know, just snowballed.
Yeah, I mean, well, also contributed to that is, a lot of people not wanting to give Google the money doing it through that route, and that helped because that gave I know Gage was one of them. He was adamant about not giving Google money, so he's like, I'll do the sauce. And I was like, well, I just made sauce, or I'll make sauce this weekend. I'll do sauce, and then everybody started throwing things in, and before you know it, it was a lot. That was a really, really, really cool, pack right there, and that has a lot of good stuff in there. And thank you again, Anthony, for that. For that
auction, there were still people saying, "I got stuff to throw in."
Yeah. Yeah, that was
very.
That's got to be a monumental moment in the PLC.
Oh, yeah, and you watch the way that it kept snowballing, and then the postings that, the flyers that BD made up, and all the times he redid that, and all the comments, and all the help from Susan getting it poster tagged to the top all the time, and
there was a lot of hands that contributed to it.
Now it's the point now where BD goes and looks at Hangout's message from Susan, and he's like, it doesn't say change. So I guess that's a good thing.
Well, when everybody started talking about it that night, when they started doing donations, and everybody was saying how you don't get all the money, and then Gage chimed in and said that in the comments, and I'm like, I'm sitting here going, all right, what kind of friend are you? You got a 2-ounce shaker in there, you could probably auction off and get. Well, I text you, Charles, and said, you think we can get 25 for that? And I'm thinking, well. And I'm sitting here in my head having this conversation with myself. That's when I finally got up, went in, and went and got it. It was like, let's do it.
Like I said, I mean, at the very least, I knew we could at least get the 25 because I thought Derek would go and do the 25 just to get the Crimson Blaze because, he was like, damn, them damn firemen took my Crimson Blaze and hit it back. Damn chili. That's the last time I give to them fire guys.
Yep.
They're supposed to be here to help.
Did you catch it that Alex Alberta Pepper is in the house too?
Yeah, I saw that. I think it's in Alex.
Oh, I'm saying hey.
Oh, Alex is in here. I didn't even see it.
Yeah, it just went off the screen. I can't keep up with the chat, but yeah. But yeah.
Derek, don't worry. I'm sure we'll have something pop up again. It's not necessarily with Red, but just somebody. Derek commented, I don't know how it works. I can put up vinyl decals. It's already done and over with, but
Yeah, other Rob was had a awesome time fishing. So that sounds pretty cool. I'm just kind of skimming over the comments, catching a few. Okay. I don't know where to start.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Chris says, it's over, crazy.
Yeah.
Anthony won. Other out says, no giants, but I caught 30 to 40 plus rainbow trout and kept 6 of them. Cool. That's an awesome day of fishing.
Yeah. Would have been happy just catching 30 to 40 and not keeping any of them.
Yeah. Derek says, I'm late at everything. Bernie says, Hot, that's awesome. Okay.
Shot, that's awesome. Yeah.
Shot, that's awesome. Maybe shoot, that's awesome. I don't know. Piggy says, start at the beginning. That's like 2 pages off the screen now. But, yeah, really cool, man. Really cool.
That's how amazing the pepper lovers are.
Yeah, Freaky says, I think it's shoot. Shoot, that's awesome.
Shoot,
Fish.
Something like that.
I was going to go the other direction and replace it with an I, but, that's just me.
Well, you got to add an E at the end. That way it's the Irish version. Shite.
Yeah.
Russ is asking, have I played Mario Odyssey yet? No, I haven't. And Freaky's saying, unless you meant crap. I have a PS3 at the shop that I play Minecraft on, and about the only game I play at home is Minecraft and Star Trek Armada and I can't remember the name of it, but anyway, some Russian maze game. I forget what it's called. Those are about the only 3 games I play. Russian Square, that's it.
And Derek wanted to know when was the auction and where, out of curiosity. That was last Wednesday.
Yeah, the final. Yeah.
It started on Monday and then ended on Wednesday.
And then we ran the donation time through Sunday.
Got the check on Wednesday. You opened it on Friday. That's our time.
Yeah, my wife was grateful. Because I was actually in the front room working Wednesday night doing that. That's when I pulled up the last, and I had you guys on the phone in there and stuff like that. And then Charles told me today, he got the check Wednesday. And I'm like, what? He's supposed to tell me if he did, I would have got on live. And then that's when I realized, I was like, never mind. He was protecting my mental state of mind.
Yeah, well, you were like, oh, I'm, probably not going to hop on a live stream tonight. I got a lot of work to get done and all this stuff. But let me know if that check shows up. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. And then I didn't hear from him. Because that sounds like, if it shows up, I'll get on. If not, I'll get on Friday. And then that way I can get those last couple things done in there. And my brain can just, relax. So Donna was like, tell Reb thank you.
I mean, he had it all written down. He had okay, Dave, but he just didn't send it.
Yeah.
He had it. He was like, okay.
Yeah.
Never sent it to you.
Yeah.
Well, truthfully, I didn't know until like a couple hours before the live stream because I didn't get the mail until then.
Yeah.
But it's all right. I did it for Donna.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
And the worst part is I still have another tray of stuff to see. Awesome, organized businessman that I am. I forgot one of my number one customers. Wasn't even thinking the Vagabond Kitchen up in Wheeling. I didn't start his stuff yet.
Oops.
Yep. Thank God I can still get them going. And I was like, how? How? So I got another tray to do.
At least it's only one more.
Well, it's three varieties, but it's only one more tray. So yeah, but I may not even do them. All three, because one of them's the ghost pepper. So my local garden center, I already talked to him. He is starting 50 ghost pepper plants for me, so I didn't have to do those. So I may end up just getting some extras from him.
That's cool.
Freaky says, crazy, I think it was last weekend. And Derek says, wow. Chris says it was on PLC. And Derek says, haha, I suck. Freaky says, oops, I'm wrong. Sorry, and I was there for part of it Wednesday. And goes on to say, no, crazy, you don't suck. You taste test hot sauce. Brando's in the house saying hello.
What's up, Brando?
And people are saying hi to him and everything else. So, howdy even. And yep, people talking back and forth. So, so Dave, how many plants would you estimate you have, and how much acreage is it going to take up?
Once they're all up and germinated, we will have right between 14 and 1,500 plants.
That explains why you want to take time off the calls to go and trades.
Especially on Mondays. It was you're clear.
There she goes.
She was trying to sneak by, but I'm like, I already looked at you. They know you're over there.
I don't.
It's the Academy. So, but space-wise, besides my yard, which the way I plant, I can, like Charles was saying, I mean, I stagger them and I keep them close. So I'll plant probably about 150 to 200 here in the yard. And then the church plot will have, if I push it right and do it right, we'll have about 800 at the church. And then the rest is going out to the farm. We're going to actually open it back up this year and plow that up. And we actually have the plot already we put plastic down back in the fall to kill everything and keep it, try to get a jump start on it and get that killed off and get the soil a little loose. So we'll be out.
Have you had any incidents where people come and mess with your church plot crop?
No, surprisingly, we had one time, the couple that does all the maintenance and janitorial stuff up there, I was at the store working, and I seen them coming. They made a beeline through the front door and was coming right for me. And they're like, Dave, we got to tell you, there was no damage done, but there was a lady up there and some guy, and they said that was 2 years ago when I had that big plastic fencing thing up around it. Mm-hmm. And they said they pulled up, and she was like leaned all the way over into the thing, looking and rooting through the plants. And I'm laughing when they're telling me this because I just picked the day before. So I knew if she got anything, they weren't right, first of all. And I'm like, go ahead, please. I want you to take something and eat it. Please. I'll even give you some. I'll tell you which ones to take. But I guess
do it right there on the spot.
Yeah. It's like, go for it. I want you to. But Roy, the guy, his wife looked at him and because he already had the door open to the truck before they put it in park. He was ready to rip heads. And she was like, Roy, we're on the church property. We are representatives of the church. Control yourself. So, but other than that, no, I haven't, as far as I know, I haven't had any problems. I didn't see any damage, nothing. We do have to put signs up though to protect ourselves. So we have to put no trespassing, private property on the actual plot, because in this day and age, the laws protect the criminals. So, so we have to protect ourselves by having that up, and there is a camera up there. So, not that it'll stop anybody, but you can at least see and things like that. But I'm going with the original PJ's Pizza. It's a shop here in town. I've talked about them before. The owner, I kind of become friends with him, and his family has property out in the next county over. And I'm supposed to go with him and check it out because he is really looking to see if I would be interested in using some of that property and like putting a full-blown greenhouse out there that can be operated, at least 10 months out of the year, and blah, blah, blah. So we're heading out there to go check that out soon. And they just launched their wings. They didn't have wings at their pizza shop. And they literally just launched them 2 days ago, and they ripped through 50. I don't know what they did today, but the first 2 days they ripped through 50 pounds of wings. And his hot ones he called the Exorcist. It's made with the Crimson Blaze.
That's cool.
So now we're scrambling because I only had 2-ounce jars for him. Well, 2-ounce jars only does a gallon of sauce. Because he makes them in half-gallon batches. So 1 ounce goes per half gallon. And he came to get the 2 today, and I looked at him, and he told me what was going on, and I said, dude, realistically, you're not going to tell me that gallon of sauce is going to make it till fall. I said, unless you got something else planned to kind of keep that sauce similar, so what are you going to do? I said, that's literally, that's all there is. I have no more to produce until fall after we harvest. And he just kind of looked at me sheepishly, like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm like, I guess you can call it a seasonal thing if you want, but I told him, I said, the only thing we can do is, I said, to be able to keep it alive till fall, when I can actually produce my own, is find somebody online that does dried pepper sales or straight variety powders. And I said, if you pay for it, I said, I'm not paying for it because otherwise I'm going to be charging you like $100 a pound because prices are kind of ridiculous on a lot of the websites I've checked out. So, but I told him, I said, it won't be exact because I said, trust me, I said, I have 15 varieties in that blend. I said, I'm not going to get all 15. I said, but I know which varieties where I can still get the same flavor profile and get that heat level up there. And I said, we can make it work at least through September or October. And so tomorrow night, I got to do research after a birthday party and find some suppliers. So if anybody knows of any good online suppliers that's not going to charge me or him an arm and a leg so I can get them mixed up for him, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Because we're talking, he's probably going to need, at the rate it's the new thing. It's a small town, so it's just like anything. It's the new thing, like a new restaurant coming in. The #1 pizza shop in the area just added wings to their menu, so it's the big hoopla. Everybody's coming in, they're running in to try it and get it, blah, blah, blah. So that's going to eventually level out in the next couple weeks. So, but at the rate it's going, so I'm thinking he's probably going to need, I'm betting he's going to need a pound of powder at least. If not more, but
That's a lot of powder.
that's pretty much.
Yeah.
I figure that's 16 ounces.
That's a lot.
He says, Dave, put up a sign. You eat the poison, don't come back to complaining. And shipping is the worst at times. Yeah. And Brando just says,
Yeah, Russ, we actually, our big plot right now is up at our church, the church we attend. They have a lot of property around it, and they offered to let me use the one section that basically isn't used for anything. Kids don't go over there when they're outside in the northern summer or anything like that. So, yep. So we'll have about 800 plants up there. Well, last year we had just under 500, and I didn't use a good 5 foot of it. So I figure if I plow up another 2 feet, I should be able to get another 2, maybe 3 rows in there. And the way I plant, like I said, I should be able to do, I'd say 700 to 800, somewhere in between there.
Now, how big a plot is this again?
Right now, it's 23 by 60.
Okay.
Or 23 by 65, sorry.
Okay.
And the only reason I stopped at 23 was because as I was plowing closer to the hillside, I started hitting nothing but bulk, because it's all filled. That whole property up there was actually filled. They built that property up. But as I clocked closer to the hillside, I mean, the tiller just, I mean, was literally bouncing into the air because I was hitting boulders and all kinds of rocks. So I'm done, and roots from the trees.
And then, like on a big day, what is your time for harvesting? Like, you know, you have a lot of ripe pods. How long does it normally take you?
Last year, typically I would go up Saturday after work, check everything out, pick a few, maybe a few gallons or so, and then Sunday would be my big day because Monday is usually when I shipped out all the fresh pods.
Right.
So I'd be up there for, I don't know, 5-6 hours on Sunday picking, and then I'd come home and pick for another couple hours at the house, and then spend the evening building the boxes. Yeah, it was a long summer. It was fun, but it was a long summer in fall.
You keep them all organized. Like you got like one little basket and it's like Ghost, and then like another basket and it's like BTR, and another one.
The worst part is that because you got your buckets and your containers. I finally just went to 18-gallon tote and took a couple of those with me.
I mean, I didn't send out very many boxes, but for me, what I think the part that I don't like that is writing and making the little tags for the peppers.
Yep.
That's what kills me. And then hopefully they're going to stick, and they're not going to go and fall off. And you're like, oh, then you get a message. What was this red one here, or this orange one here, or whatever, because it fell off.
Yep.
Was this the BTR, or was this, or whatever it might be?
Did you use them little sticky tags that you can buy like at Walmart or wherever?
Yeah.
Okay. I know the first year we did it, we used masking tape. Now imagine, I mean, you had to rip off the pieces right off.
You know, Avery puts out a label that's like 3/8 of an inch tall. I think about an inch and a half, an inch and 3/4 long, and you could take and use Microsoft Word and print out an entire sheet of it. Then all you got to do is pull it off, put it around the stem, and away you go.
Well, Tom, when we were at the Pepper Festival back in September, we were there with Tom Mata and his wife, and we were talking about it. And like me and Donna especially, she was talking about, because like she did most of the writing when she was there, when the nights that she would join me. And it's very, I mean, like almost painstaking and time consuming to do that. And we were talking to them about it because they did that a few years ago. He did it for a few years. Yeah. And his wife was like, I hated it. She said, I finally looked at him after that first year of doing it and said, we are printing these off. And our eyes went wide, like, print them off? Oh, really? So like, and that's what they said, just like you just said. And, you know, I mean, you don't know how many you're going to need, so you just print full sheets and you use them as you go.
And the ones I was talking about, there's 80 labels per sheet.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, though. Because my handwriting gets progressively worse after the fifth time I write something. It just,
and anybody that bought boxes off us, they could tell when Donna wrote and when I wrote. Mine looks like a 6-year-old. Hers is all nice and neat.
I started getting like chicken scratch. That's pretty much what mine starts looking like. It just like it all looks like a blur.
Susan, I had 150 feet of hose and to stretch from the spigot, and then I would literally walk each row with one of them rain wands or whatever. They're like 2-foot long wands, and it produces like a rain type water. And I'd go through and water each row. But that was only on occasion. After talking to, I don't know how many farmers, old-time farmers, new-time farmers, I don't irrigate unless we are in a dry spell. Now, up there, I had to do it occasionally because it is fill, that whole property. So it does tend to dry out a little quicker than, like, say, my yard. And, but.
You mean like last month?
Yeah. So for the most part, that was. And then we had the scare a week later. But yeah, I don't like at the farm, we don't water. I take buckets of water with me, and we kind of give them all a small drink when we first plant them all, and that's it. You let Mother Nature do the rest.
Hey, Adam, how's it going?
Yeah, hey, Adam.
What's up, Adam? Yeah, if you got long enough roots, they probably will search out water and find it.
Yep. And depending on where you're at, the closer you are to the water plane, the roots make its way down. Like now up there at the church, they're not going to touch the water plane because that, like I said, that whole property is built up out of fill. So, like I said, it when it's dry, I have to water at least once a week up there.
And meanwhile, around here, if I could get a plant to grow about a 3-foot root, it would never need water. Because that's my water table around here. If I dig down 3 feet, I hit water.
Yeah. Well, and my concern with the farm is right now, because we're moving spots out there. I don't know if you remember a couple of years ago when we had that plot out there that, you know, everything grew amazing and we got no more than maybe 3 gallons of peppers because they just wouldn't ripen. We're moving down to a different field, and it is close to the water plane. I mean, there's actually spots in that field where we can't plant. We have to cultivate it and build it up if we're going to turn that whole thing into a field to plant in, because it sits in water. Like you see the marsh grass and all that in there, and like, yeah, we can't plant there. That's how close it is to the water plane. I mean, he said, Bill, my father-in-law told me, he said there's spots of it that's only probably less than a foot from the water plane.
Oh yeah, same thing here. There's we get that marsh grass in my front yard.
Yeah, and that's how it is. And I'm gonna do a video out there eventually and show, like, you'll see it. You'll see the marsh grass here, then you'll see the regular. So, and why we're sticking to the one side that's the higher side of it for now. We're gonna bring in somebody eventually to look and tell us what we would need to do out there to cultivate it up. Because I want to say it's close. It's right around 2 acres, if I remember the whole thing, or maybe 2.5. So, and with the way I plan, I was like, good God, you know how many thousands of plants I can get out there? It's just a matter of good old West Virginia hillsides. How much sunlight am I going to get? And are they going to ripen? Supers, because supers is the true test. Like lemon drops, ahi varieties, stuff like that. I have no doubt they're going to be fine out there. But when it comes to the supers, I'm not putting a lot out there until I know for sure.
Aaron's in the house. Hey, Aaron.
What's up, Aaron?
We've been talking for the past 2 hours about the Bat and Bear show. We just topics recently.
Yeah, we couldn't shut up about it. It's been just nonstop. And yes, Aaron, I was there for some of it.
Yeah, like Russ was saying here, I mean, it's super high clay content here too. It's all clay. I mean, like, so that's for one. I use the pots. I mean, the fabric pots. So we're in clay land over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's sand land over here. Nothing but sand.
I have prime dirt.
See, my backyard's like that. I built it up though over the last 13, 14 years. 13 years I've been working on. Well, no, we didn't start gardening till I think the second year after we moved in. So it'd be 11 years since we've been gardening, because it was my second year when I first started growing those peppers.
Yeah, and maybe I was gonna say it with the clay, but probably not with the clay. But with like my backyard with sand, it probably would be a good idea to figure out an area that you want to garden in, and then just dig out, like, I don't know, a 2 or 3 gallon spot where you want to grow like one pepper plant, say, and then fill that in with some good dirt, and then you got sand all around it. Clay probably wouldn't be a good idea, but with sand, it would have good drainage after that, and then that way you could start building up your whole, backyard that way.
Yep. Or, I mean, you can till up the whole spot, and just if you can find a good compost source or something along that lines, and just start tilling it in.
What about leaves and grass clippings? Just tilling that down.
Yep. Like in the fall, even through the summer, grass clippings, stuff like that, start mixing that in.
Well, that's what's really cool about around here is there's so many trees and everything, and they drop so many leaves that they decompose over time. So like the top, like 3-4 inches is all really good prime soil, but below that is nothing but sand.
And I was reading a thing about reclaiming desert lands and that kind of stuff, and where they were bringing compost out and mixing it in with the soil part by part and growing regular grass on it, taking the clippings and mixing it into the sand next to it, and the grass would spread and spread and spread. They had to bring water out to keep it moist because the sand underneath would wick it all away, but they were doing it. They were turning the sand into actual dirt or growable dirt doing that.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, well, it also reverses the other way too, because if you look into like the Egyptians and stuff, like the whole Nile Valley, that was like a real fertile growing area, and then all of a sudden, the sand starts moving in, and now it's just a desert. But Susan wants to know, for everybody, what's your favorite tomatoes to grow or eat? I'm getting into tomatoes this year. Mine would be the Indigo Rose and Romas.
We do the Polish linguiça. I mean, I do a bunch of different paste varieties. Normally, we usually do about anywhere from 5 to 6 of them or more, because we make sauces. So, but we do the Polish linguiça. Amazing. It's great for making sauces. You can do salsas with it. That came from Ray over at the Praxis channel. He was the first one I ever heard mention that tomato, and then he did a video on, I think it was a sauce he made. And I mean, he didn't even scald it. and take the skin off. He chopped them up, put it all in the pot, and cooked it down. And ever since, I went and found seeds for that, and we've grown it ever since. And then, but to eat just outright, I love the little cherry ones, the Sun Golds. They're so stinking sweet.
Yeah, I
eat them while I'm out in the yard.
I mean, I hope my tomatoes don't all get eaten by birds again here. Well, yeah, every one of them. I mean, all my tomato plants, the birds just destroyed them. So I'm gonna do that, and I've got a bunch of seeds coming in, and I'm gonna try a bunch of, like, I wouldn't say, well, I am gonna try weird ones, but I like these weird pattern ones. I want to try, like, off colors and stuff that is a little bit different. See how that is.
Susan, I'll have to look it up and message you. I have the seed packets in there somewhere. It's Polish, which is Polish, but I don't remember if it's a Q or I don't remember. Linguine. Yeah. I'll look it up and text you tomorrow.
And the if you can find the indigo rose, I found them at my local box store and or 2 years ago, but I got all mine from JT Bear. He sent me seeds for it, and those are my favorite. They are like a cherry tomato, and they start off and they're like a dark purple, and they're not ripe until the bottom turns blood red. But when they actually when they're actually ripe, if you eat them when they're not ripe, they are not good at all. They taste horrible. But when you get them when they're actually ripe, they kind of taste like a cross between a tomato and like a peach. Like they're really super sweet, kind of like like any cherry tomato, but this one is just really weird. But I like the way they grow. They got like dark purple leaves, and the the actual the tomatoes are actually dark purple, and they start off dark purple on the top with green on the bottom, and whenever they're ripe, they're blood red on the bottom.
Huh. Susan, I think that's it. How you spelled it. It may be an E instead of an I. I'm not sure. I can't remember, but I think that's right.
Kyle's in the house, and as far as me, I haven't tasted a tomato since '91. I haven't grown tomatoes. Sorry. Huh. But Kyle's in the house. What were you saying, Charles, about Kyle and wasn't it Kyle that was going to eat one of the peppers?
Yeah,
he can do that on his channel. Because he was away from he wasn't home, so he's going to do that on his channel. If that's correct, I believe that's what he messaged me earlier. We shall see. But yeah, it's not going to be on tonight's live stream.
But if you want
to. He says, hello, Robin Rob. At least he spelled their names right.
All right, well, fellas, I'm going to get off of here. I knew I was going to go longer than I said.
Yeah, but it was worth it.
Can't help it.
Susan, I'm allergic to tomatoes. I can't eat them.
She must not have been here in that live feed when you were talking about that.
Yeah. Kyle says, I'm still out at the moment. Well, Mr. Dave, go have a pleasant evening, hopefully.
Yep. And I'll text you and we'll figure out yeah. Monday or Wednesday.
Okay.
Or both, who knows?
Yeah.
Or Friday again for a short time. We'll see. Who knows?
Yeah. Thanks for starting the auction and heading that all up and taking all the donations and everything and promoting it and all that stuff. That was a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be.
It was so worth it.
Yep. It was fun.
It was fun. It was actually a lot of fun. And I kept Charles and Rob. They were like, we were all texting back and forth and behind your back.
Yeah, I figured my phone wasn't doing anything for a while. So I was like, oh, yeah, they got to be talking back and forth. So...
Yeah, until the morning I went to text Tom and I text you instead.
Oh,
was
no, I
like,
didn't get
"Oh,
that text because you text me later and said, "Don't read that last text," and I was like,
hmm."
"Oh, okay, yeah, okay, I won't."
Yeah. I was sat there like, son of a.
Retract it, retract it. Sorry,
I
it's all
know. I'm sitting
retract.
there going. After I sent it, I realized I looked back down. It was like, wrong Tom. Like, you freaking kidding me? That's all right. It still wasn't even close to what he ended up getting. So, all right. I'll see you guys.
Hey, see you later, Dave.
See you,
All
everybody.
right, Nate.
Appreciate it, Dave. Have a great night.
Yeah.
Tell the missus I said thank you, love you.
She heard you.
Forget about the thumbs down. Al is just walking around Wally World. The Wally World here closed 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, ours closed like an hour and 15 minutes ago.
Okay. People saying hi back and forth. Adam says, Charles, my sausage should be here tomorrow. Can't wait.
Awesome. Look forward to seeing how you like them.
Just walking around Wally World. Good night, Dave. Okay. So yeah, Vicky says I posted my first post on B Plus last night, and I prove I can't count. Oops.
Our Wally World market, the small stores are 11, and then the other ones are most of them are 24.
When I lived in Pittsburgh, all the Walmarts were 24 hours. But no, down here it's like Pittsburgh in the 80s. Nah, Walmart, like in the summertime when there's tons of people here, they're open 24/7. But in the winter, nope. They close. I don't know if they close at 10 or they might close at 11. They might close at 9. I don't know, but they definitely close for quite a while. People still work all night long, but it's not open to the public.
Well, when you go into Wally World at that late at night, that's when you get the best footage for what are people wearing at Wally World.
Yeah.
That's that people of Walmart stuff.
Everybody has a onesie. This, that, and the other. God knows what, shirt, no pants, socks. You never know what you're going to see. You watch on those YouTube videos, like what people pull up and what they caught people wearing at Wally World.
Oh, yeah. That was one of the first sites I actually found on the internet when I got the internet.
Yeah, when Wally World opened here, it was 24/7. And then we have two major grocery stores on each end of town. They were open 24/7. So about 3 years ago, Wally World started closing at 11. Then it went to 10. And then one of the grocery stores, just within the last month or so, started closing at 11 at night and opening at 6 in the morning. So three gas stations open 24/7 and one grocery store here.
Some of the best times to go into Wally World too is the shift change, when they do the jumping jacks and start jumping and doing the letters.
What?
WALMART. What does that spell? Walmart. You ready, crew? You ready? You never walked in on a team meeting?
No.
Oh, they do it like yeah, I've seen that many a times. That's what they do. They're like doing like almost like jumping jacks, like WA, and they're like, "We ready to start this shift?" Yes, 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 crew. And they're like doing it like right over there by the shoes and or like whatever area they're in. But I've walked on that a couple times.
I have never seen that. That would really weird me out.
And then one of my friends also after college, he was a Walmart manager, and he had to do that. So, yep. That's the actual thing they do.
I think I've seen that on the internet, but I've never seen that in person. Oh, and Susan's saying that Freaky posted to public. Depends on where you're at, but if you're on your desktop, go to pepperlovers.com, click the little pencil thing in the bottom right-hand corner, and that will bring up a window to actually put a post. If you're on your phone, go at the very top, it'll say public. Click that, and you can scroll down and hit Pepper Lovers, and that way it'll actually take, your post will go to Pepper Lovers. B plus is goofy like that. Oh, yeah, and he asked, is that not what I use for all to see? Yes, that's what you use for all to see. But if you want people on the Pepper Lover, for all to see only means the people that are following you. So if you want people to actually see it on the Pepper Lovers, which would be everybody that's a member of the Pepper Lovers, you have to actually put it on the Pepper Lovers itself. Because, like, I don't know about everybody else, but I can't remember how many people actually follow me on Google Plus, but there's not that many. But whenever I put a Google Plus post up, that will only go out to the people that actually follow me. I mean, it is public, but it's only the people that are following you that'll get it, or the people that look you up. So I don't know how many people follow you, but you're probably, I know with me, it's better that I would post it on Pepper Lovers. More people will definitely see my post than if I post it to public. Yep, that is what that button's for. Yeah, Bernie says he's not a fan of Walmart. Me neither.
I'm not either.
I only go there because they got the cheapest dog food. Ricky got it. Oh yeah, and if you're new, then there's not going to be a lot of people. Like I said, I've been on Google Plus for, I don't know, years and years, and I don't have that many people following me. So
that's still a lot. That's quite a bit.
What, time wise?
No, I'm just talking about how many you have following you.
Oh, why'd you look it up?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know how many it is.
Last
I looked, I think it was like 13.
139.
Wow. Okay. No, I didn't know it was that high. Susan says, "Freaky, you have one follower, me."
I think I've got like 18 or so followers, maybe not even that many.
Let's see.
Not that I do much. Cal says, going to try and fish tomorrow after Bible study. Yeah, should have Rob tell you, or other Rob tell you about his fishing today. It was awesome. Freaky says, thank you. Good luck, Kyle. And Kyle says, thanks, Freaky, but leaves me out of it. Haha, Jojo. Anybody else who join us? I'm surprised we haven't seen Raymond for a while.
You're still trying to figure out the Rubik's Cube.
Think he's going to do it in a month?
No. He may if he spend all his time, because he's like, I don't even see him hardly anymore. I think he's probably working on it.
Well, his last stream, I caught the end of it and asked him about it, and he showed me his cheat sheets and said he can do the first 2 layers in about 5 minutes, and then couldn't find the cube.
Well, I don't see how many people Freaky Geek has, but I'm following him now.
Oh, Susan says I have 34 and she's one of them. Cool, thanks.
I need to get it on.
And Kyle says, thanks, Rob, and you're welcome. Freaky says, so if I post pictures of my wool spinning, that shows up on my page, but not the Pepper Lovers page.
Well, you have to specify that it goes to the Pepper Lovers. So on your post at the very top, it'll say public. Just click public, and it'll give you a drop-down menu of all of the communities that you're a part of. So if you're a member of the Pepper Lovers, you could scroll down and hit Pepper Lovers Community and share it there. But if you're doing wool spinning, just make sure you categorize it as non-pepper related, I believe.
Let's see. Other Rob says, good luck, Kyle. I'm going to try to fish for smallmouth bass in the morning with my buddy Alex. And says I followed you, Freaky. Huh?
Rob's going to go fishing with Alberta Pepper? That's a long trip. Tennessee to Alberta?
Yeah. Freaky says, other Rob, how do you know big mouth from small mouth? Kyle says, thanks, other Rob. Good luck also. So tell me about this day of fishing. Freaky says, thank you, other Rob. Bernie says, I love bass fishing. Freaky says, good to know. Hate to spam a page with wrong items. Yeah, Susan would take it and chop it up into little pieces and send it back. Haha, joke.
So Freaky, I mean, there's one that says Freaky Geek, and then there's the other one that says Freaky Geek 2. But they both have the same flower. I'm subscribed to both of them now, but I mean, following both of them, but.
Ouch. Brando says, was just making some Brando spice and got an ultra hot seed in my eye. Ouch.
That's always fun.
Freaky Geek 2 has 20 followers.
Yeah. But like I said, it's the same flower.
Other app says I slayed 30 to 40 or more trout today, Kyle.
Okay.
Brando, you okay from Freaky? Other app says that's no fun, Brando. Freaky Geek 2 is my old account. I got blocked.
Huh. Blocked from what?
I mean, people can block you.
Unless you had something inappropriate and they blocked them like YouTube will block you. Susan says, Brando is smiling, guess he's okay, and Brando says it was eye-opening. I believe it. Personally, I had a Reaper powder get in my eye in the fall when I was making some. It sucked.
I don't know. Whenever every pod test I ever did, I ended up getting the oil on my fingers and touching my eye. And it's definitely better than when it's in your mouth. That's for sure. But I don't know. There was never anything that was really bad. I liked it. It's kind of invigorating. It hurts at first. It's like, oh, why did I do that? You just sit there with your eye closed looking like Popeye or whatever. And, you know, your eye will tear up and stuff. But after a few minutes, man, it feels great.
Freaky says, last password, no cell phone to get a text. And Susan says, I went to the Freaky Geek and the TLC. There's only one me. And where are you finding the other Freaky Geek?
Just on Google Plus in general. Just do a search for Freaky Geek, and you'll see Freaky Geek 2 with the same flower icon.
Other Rob says, first thing I did was flush it out with water and Google search if peppers can make you blind.
I never flushed my eye out when I touched it with oil.
Yeah, but you got powder and Brando got a seed.
Yeah, and I just had oil on my fingers.
Yeah. I was walking into a cloud of scorpion pepper scorpion pepper juice floating in the air from the chopper. Feel like you get maced. That didn't feel good. Vicky says, "Yep, it's Ontario's national plant." What is?
The flower.
His icon.
Oh, okay. No, Rev, I had a good sprinkle of Reaper powder fall off my glove into my eye.
Ouch.
Ouch. Brando says, no flushing for me.
Yep, same here. But like I said, I'm talking oil. Brando had a seed, and Rob's talking about powder. 3 different things.
Yeah.
Well, maybe me and Brando were talking about the same thing, because that would be about oil. But the powder, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, Brando said seed, so yeah. But I got pepper on my eye once. Not fun. Well, yeah, walking through that cloud, it literally felt like I got maced. My whole face got lit up, neck, throat, ears. Took a breath and it was burning up my nose and down my throat and through my mouth. And
Yeah, and the same thing if you have like a dehydrator in a small enclosed room and you're getting some super hots and you're dehydrating them. I mean, I did all of my dehydrating in my garage. So there's air ventilation and everything. When the wind blows, it comes in through the soffit and blows out through the soffit and stuff. So anything that rises, which dehydrating, it's hot air, that'll rise to the top and get blown out through the soffit to soffit airflow. Even that, I'd walk outside into my garage and just walking out, and it was like, whoa, like both of your eyes would shut and like you'd have a hard time breathing. And
yeah, my dehydrator sits right in front of a fan that blows directly out a window. But still, I have to keep the door closed and a towel across the bottom because it still get into the room. Brando says I've had clouds of powder in my face. Ouch. Ricky says, Susan, that would be my second account that I also got blocked from Google is nuts.
which he said there's one freaky, or she said there's one freaky geek in the pepper lovers community and a different freaky geek in my community, Bella Gardens. If you're not a member of the Bella Gardens community on Google Plus, that's Susan's other community, which I assume she's a moderator over there too. Maybe she's not. Maybe she's just a passerby, but that's her channel. So go over there and check that out.
Susan says, Charles just gets up, doesn't want any flack about old man bladder.
Well, notice nobody ever said it except for Susan.
Yeah.
Rob gets up. Everybody goes off about old man bladder, but Charles gets up. Nobody says a thing. Double standards, I'll tell you. Jeez, oh man.
Yep, I walk away and I never hear the end of it until I get back. He could. Figgy says he could be out for a pepper pod or a drink.
Or both.
Or the bathroom. In the bathroom. Derek says I had Grinder's Death Nectar, which is an extract that doesn't taste very good, by the way, on my hand from the kid. And went to the bathroom. Was not at home either. Not a good time. No.
Nope. Earliest thing I ever remember of anything with any hot pepper was my parents were cutting up jalapenos and I helped them. And I ended up getting the oil on my fingers, not even realizing it. And I went to the bathroom and whoa, wake up call. I remember coming back and saying like, what the heck is going on? And they just laughed at me. They're like, oh yeah, you got to wash your hands there, young man. I was probably like 12 or something.
Yeah, see, I've heard those stories beforehand, so I always take the extra caution of wearing gloves and stuff whenever I'm handling peppers.
I never do that. But at the same time, also do not think that just washing your hands will take care of it.
Right.
I mean, maybe it will, but I I don't believe it will actually take care of it. I have one of these deionized stone thingies, and I'll wash my hands with that and soap, and that seems to take care of it, but I don't know if that's really true or not. Maybe that could be a coincidence, but it seems to help, but I don't know. That's very weird because, yeah, every time I ate a super hot or anything, I definitely got the oils on my fingers because I touched my eye and that burned. But I don't ever remember going to the bathroom and thinking, that was a bad decision. I hope not, Derek.
Yeah. Only if one of us blabs.
Or if they watch this live stream. Quick, delete Derek's comments.
Oh, he can do that himself, but it's too late. The recording's already done for, yeah.
I don't know how that works. If you retract a statement on there, and then if you watch it in the playback, I don't know if it automatically doesn't show up or just shows up as a retracted thing, or if it shows up
it shows
as
up
a
and it disappears at the same rate. It shows up. It's just like it is here as we're watching it. If he deleted it now, it's showing the live stream as a delete now. Yes, Derek, I saw the typo correction, and I just kind of thought it was more funny to say from the kid.
I'm going back to Susan's thing. I don't have old man bladder. I was checking my wiring because I rerouted my power cords from my light rail because I wanted to see if it wasn't catching. Because the plants are getting too tall. The plants are getting too tall, so the slack from the power cords are. I had to reroute them. So anyway.
No, I was. If you were looking at me in the picture there, I did an aha moment because right before we went live, I was trying to watch JT Bear's video, and I remember in his video he's talking about he had to unplug an LED because it started flickering. I was about to like go, oh, by the way, whoever was commenting earlier about the flickering LEDs, but no, that was JT Bear in his video, but I got to go back, rewatch that, and leave a comment. Because if that's happening to you, you got a flickering LED, that usually means you have a bad LED driver. All you have to do is take your light apart, look at the LED driver. Where the heck is mine? Here's my LED driver right here. Model HX 8-12 X1 watt. Input 85 to 265 volts, 50 to 60 hertz. Output 20 DC 24 to 45 volts. 300 milliamps, and it looks like that, an LED driver. And that's usually what goes bad. So if you look that LED driver up on Google or whatever, you can find the LED driver, unsolder it off your board, put a new one on there, solder it in, and bang, your LED light is back up and running. Sorry, I had an aha moment.
It says, that's one small person to be driving in a box. And Susan says, nice excuse, Charles. I bought it. Just kidding.
It's the truth.
I bought it too.
I don't know. He wasn't looking very truthful about it.
No, I'm very honest.
Well, it wasn't truthful or not. It was just convincing.
No, well, I tried to. I mean, yeah, that's the truth on it, though. So.
Yeah, and I'm just teasing you.
Because the way it's been going is on my Dorset Naga and my Ghost, it's the cord's hanging. And I didn't want to get it tangled up and knock the top off of it. So.
So now, are you going to pick on Rev about Old Man Bladder with him, even though he's the youngest person here?
No, he may have it as well.
Hmm.
I think everybody should get their fair share of picking on him. Then there may or may not be a different story.
Yeah. Derek says, you guys have a good evening. Going to share this new vid with the world before it gets too late. All
Cool.
right. Have a good evening.
I'll try to watch it later.
Julian says, so it's my wife's birthday tomorrow. Can anyone wish her a happy, or can everyone wish her a happy birthday? Happy birthday to you, Mrs.
Melissa.
Yeah, Melissa. Okay. Happy birthday to you, Melissa. May this day be much fun.
Make sure you wear green.
Is St. Patrick's Day tomorrow?
Yes.
I was not aware. Let's see. Julian says we just had cake, so I'm back on the stream now. Brittany's saying, night, everyone. Gotta go, or guts to go. How my voice.
Bernie.
Oh, yeah, lots of people wishing her a happy birthday.
It's my friend's wife's birthday tomorrow too. I can never. She's one of the only people I can never forget because her name is Patty. So I'll never forget, because of her birthday, because Patty's on St. Patty's Day. So I always remember that one.
So can Rev sing and Charles play the guitar to Happy Birthday from Adam?
No, because some idiot owns that freaking song, even though it's like one of the oldest songs and well-known songs in the world. Somebody
Disney
actually owns the rights to that.
Disney does.
Okay, well, there's another reason I hate Disney. How the heck can you own the rights to Happy Birthday? The guy that actually made it, that guy's family should own that. That's horrible.
You have as much money as Disney?
Disney has all the money in the world, man.
Do you have as much money as Disney? If you have as much money as they do, you can buy anything.
Yeah, including Marvel and what was the other one they bought? They bought all the comic books.
Star Wars too.
Oh yeah, they own Star Wars, but they just bought, what, Marvel, and then they bought DC, didn't they? So now they own both of them.
Something like that.
That's insane. That's a really good thing on, who was it? I guess it was George Lucas that owned Star Wars for the longest time.
Correct.
Oh man, that's a really smart move on his part. Yeah, Disney. Yeah. Buy this up from me. That guy's already old as heck.
I forgot how many billions that deal was for. I forgot how many it was.
It was smart on his part. He already rode that thing out, and now they're going to ride that thing right into the ground.
Pretty much.
And they will. You think episode 7 through 9 is going to be the end of it? Absolutely not. There's going to be like a 10 through 13 or 17 or something like that. Then there's going to be prequels to 1 through 3, and
then they're going to start doing Star Wars versus Star Trek.
I bet they will. A new Captain Kirk and some like Obi-Wan and
well, just like they did with Freddy and Jason. They ran out of those, so they just Freddy versus Jason, and then Freddy versus Jason Revenge, or whatever the hell they were.
Or the Predator versus Alien.
Yeah.
Oh, and wait, where was I at here? Yeah. Wait, where the heck is it? Yeah, there it is. Julian, happy birthday to your wife. Yes, it's Melissa.
And Pinky says, Julian, did you get her a goat? It's goat month, I hear. Didn't get her a goat. I got her an Apple Watch. Goats eat apples. Oh man, Freddy versus Jason was the worst.
But Predator versus Alien wasn't that bad.
No, actually, that wasn't that bad.
I can't tell you 1 second of that movie, but I know I watched the whole thing and I thought it wasn't that bad.
I remember going in the temples or whatever. Or was that the second Predator versus Alien?
I think that was the first one.
When they go in, because the first one was they were in the north with the ice cap, the Antarctica or no, Antarctica, North Pole, or they were down south in the South Pole, and it was buried beneath the snow, wasn't it? Hell, I don't know. I can't remember. I've seen so many movies.
3 miles down, they found a ship.
Yeah.
Found it with a laser.
Yeah.
Found the aliens on it, and when they went in, it set off a signal, and the predators came back, and they had their fight.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh no, Brandon says RoboCop versus Terminator. I'd put my money on Terminator. And it all depends on which Terminator. If it's Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger, or if it's that cop one from Terminator 2. Either one, I'd still put money on the Terminator.
Yeah.
Because RoboCop actually was almost defeated in, RoboCop 2? Or was that 1? Whatever. One of them.
Or if it was Terminator 3 with the blonde lady. I forgot her name.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's right. Oh, right. Yeah. Because that was John Connor when he was like late teenager.
Yeah.
Terminator 2 was like early teenager. Man. I'm just realizing how many movies I haven't watched at this point.
There's a few of them.
Well, Rob was explaining the plot of a movie I already watched, and I'm like, oh, right. Yeah, vaguely that's familiar. Like, I remember the title more than I remember the movie. RoboCop versus Terminator was a video game, but not a movie. Well, give it about 6 months. The way they're going now and remaking every single movie we've ever seen already, yeah, that video game will become a movie. Actually, you should message like MGM or message Disney. There you go. Those guys will make that.
Well, that or Netflix these days, because there's tons of movies. Like we're talking about a couple weeks ago, Jeepers Creepers 3. I didn't even know they made that thing. And then I saw at one time, I think Charles Andrews was talking about his Dorset Naga, or whatever he is called, Hellraiser or something like that. And I was like, it does kind of look like Pinhead. And then you start looking at all the Hellraiser movies, and hell, they made so many Hellraiser movies. After the first 3, they made like 8 or 9 total. I was like, hell, I only remember the first 3.
I'm pretty sure I watched like the first 9 or something, and that was all like up to like 99.
For Hellraiser?
Yeah, I loved Hellraiser. Well, I shouldn't say I loved Hellraiser. It was just a weird movie, and it just kind of fascinated me.
Okay.
Yeah, it was that World War II guy that
Right.
found the box, and yeah, well, that's all like 1, 2, and 3. Actually, I think it was part 2 where they got into that, where it was that World War II vet or whatever, and most people just drank themselves to death, and other people found other ways to blah 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 or whatever.
Because the guy who did he only was in so many of them. Then he said, "The hell with it." After that,
the guy that played Pinhead.
Yeah.
I can't remember that guy's name.
I watched some YouTube thing on him because when I was looking at that, I was kind of fascinated going back when they were showing how many there were. So, but I forgot his name though. So like the first three Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
I saw the first two, and that was enough for me. I'm not a big horror flick fan.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a spoof on like Scary Movie.
Well, that's what Nightmare on Elm Street was. Like the first two were supposed to be scary, but after that, they were just comedic horror movies. Like they really didn't have any horror in there. They were just like, oh, imagine if this happened. And they had this like weird comedic thing. And like Freddy was just like some weird comedic horror guy. Like it wasn't scary at all. It was just like, oh, I'm a scary guy. And he's like, I don't know. They never scared me at all.
Well, they had so many like little puns or whatever. Like, you know, on the third one, it's like, you know, when he starts spitting out the tongues, it's like, you feel a little tongue-tied, Joey, or whatever, that kind of crap. Just like going, but I mean, I like the Dream Warriors because, well, for one, I like Dawkins. So I like them because they did the you know, the movie title as far as music-wise. So the Dream Warriors song, you know, from Dawkins. So, I mean, I like 80s metal, so that's why I really like the third one.
Well, wasn't there maybe I'm thinking of a different one. No, I'm thinking of New Nightmares. Because that was when Wes Craven came back around and directed it.
Yeah.
And that was with the original chick from the very first one.
Right.
And she had a kid, and the kid was having the crazy dreams.
Right.
Yeah, that one was actually pretty decent too.
Well, that was pretty decent. And then the redo or restart when they remade the Nightmare on Elm Street, that was pretty good too. The one that came out about 4 or 5 years ago.
I didn't see it.
Okay. Anyway.
So let's see. Susan says, "Are there any good shows on Netflix? I like Sherlock, NCIS, Y50 stuff."
I'm not
When I go to
sure.
Netflix, I just watch movies. I don't watch series.
Yeah.
I don't have Netflix.
I mean, the thing is with the Y50 and NCIS and stuff is that CBS wants their own content. You pay for their own content, like the new stuff. A lot of that stuff, I know some of it's on there, but a lot of that stuff they got to do that CBS All Access now because they have their own thing. Because CBS knows that they got all the good shows. All the other the other TV networks suck. I mean, there's nothing on NBC or ABC. ABC will get rid of a TV show within like 4 or 5 months. They'll just cut them, boom, 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 boom. There's hardly anything good on ABC or NBC. The only thing I liked on NBC was Grimm, and they canceled that thing. So, but I don't know. I like the old Hawaii Five-0.
Bill Burr posted a picture from the old Hawaii Five-0, and it was it was supposed to be a Japanese guy, but it was obviously a white guy that they put in some kind of weird makeup and did something with his eyes. Ugh, what the heck was going on in the 70s, man? It was so weird.
Let's catch up here.
Well, B says, I watched The Shining last week, and it was more scary than most of the scary movies out now. Absolutely. That was a great movie.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know. One part of me says the Jack Nicholson seems crazy, period. So everybody talks about the progression of crazy that he gets into, which is correct, but Jack Nicholson also just seems crazy. So starting off, it just kind of seems like he's kind of crazy. Maybe it's because I watched too many movies with Jack Nicholson in it. But that being said, I mean, even though I know that, yes, you're right. The Shining was great. That was a really good movie. And if you haven't seen it, go watch that. That's one of those movies that still holds up. Not a lot of movies from back then hold up, but that one does.
I felt like that at one of my old apartments because that's how the corridors of the apartments were. They were long like that. I was like, any minute the kids are going to walk out, or there's going to be in a little tricycle or something going down these hallways or something. Or they start saying red rum and all that stuff. I'm like, I'm going to freak out now.
Or there's going to be like a pair of twins at the end of the corridor.
Yeah.
The Goldbergs are so funny. I've never seen that either.
Beat said, I have no idea, Julian. Well, every year they come out with a new one. I really want to see a new Halloween, or the new Halloween. It's Jamie Lee Curtis' last Halloween movie she'll make. I heard about that. Did not watch it though.
I was still a fan of Rob Zombie's rendition of the Halloweens, so I thought those were too good. Those 1 and 2 that he remade was really good.
I never saw those, but what was that? What was the first horror movie that Rob Zombie made?
That's House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yeah, that was pretty decent.
Then Devil's Rejects. Then he did Halloween. Then he did Halloween 2. Then he did God, what the hell was it? Salem's. So crap, I can't remember. I'm the one about the radio station getting taken over by all the witch and I forgot what it's called. It's horrible. You don't want to watch it.
There you go, people. Don't watch it. If you're Googling it right now, just quit that search. And Julian also asked, what about all this new stuff like Annabelle and all those movies that are related? Conjuring, Insidious.
Those are some weird ass movies.
I've never seen them.
They're out there. Clockwork Orange.
That's a crazy movie.
And I mean, that was rated X back in the 70s.
It should have been. Especially for the time.
And I look at that now, I'm like, this is nothing. I mean, I guess, we look at a different set of eyes now, but I know back then that was a lot because of that one scene. But
Hey, Susan.
Julian said Jack Nicholson looks like he could be Jim Brewer's dad. Yeah, just based on the eyes alone.
Looking at the time, it's about that time.
Later on, Miss Susan, Queen of the Peppers.
I haven't seen Insidious, BD, but yeah, we should close this up.
And I never heard of the House October Belt either.
I've heard of that one. Well, anyway, my name is Charles Space P on YouTube and Google Plus. I'm on PLC Community here Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Check out my YouTube channel. I still have a couple sauces left. If you're interested in the hot sauce, that would be only the strawberry. That's what I'm limited to until I make some more, hopefully soon. I need to make some more of that orange bucking Baja because I've got a lot of requests for that one. So I'm going to try to make some of that pretty soon.
And where can they find that?
On the PLC Marketplace. So you can always message me on Hangouts as well. So that's pretty much what I got going on. And then I'm pretty sure Sunday I'll do a pepper update on my grow area.
That'll come out Sunday or come out Monday?
Usually Sunday. I mean, it's real quick for me. I don't do much as far as, I do no editing. I just go and shoot it. I'm still working on that so it looks a little bit more, I guess, better produced or edited. I just go and shoot whatever with my camera and go upload it. So usually within an hour, I'm start to finish and it's already uploaded. So.
Well, it's not hard to add an intro and an outro to it.
I know. We'll work on all that stuff. I gotta get practice for when I do stuff in the next couple of months when they go outside, because that's going to be a lot of fun updates there. So,
Have a good night, Rob.
hope you catch a lot of fish.
Yeah, lots of fish.
I wonder if fish jerky would taste good.
And don't forget to, whenever you bring the fish home and you're cutting them up and everything, all your scraps, bury them in your garden.
Throw them in the compost pile.
Compost.
All right. Well, I guess I get to go next. So, Rob Z, ROBB space Z is my Russ. Always a pleasure, guys. There you go, Rev. Ha!
Thanks, Russ. Oh, dang, 289. I am not going to do the math on that because I believe that you're correct. Rob's doing the math right now.
It's actually right to the third of the cent.
Don't tell him that. He's correct. He's correct. Thank you, Russ. You're correct. You got it dead nuts. Awesome. Perfect.
Okay. Other Rob says, thanks, guys. I'll post something tomorrow more than likely. Cool. BD says, see Other Rob catch some fish or a buzz. Aha, that was your math. Thanks, BD. I'll shoot for both. Cool. All right. Anyway, Rob Z is my name. ROBB space Z. YouTube and PLC and Google Plus. You can find me on all three of them. And second YouTube channel with Minecraft on it. As of tomorrow morning, it'll be 45 episodes. And Yankee 850 is that channel. So if you want to watch, come and check it out. More and more people are checking it out lately, so it's growing.
So in other words,
see what you're missing.
So in other words, jump on the bandwagon.
Yes.
Yeah,
the bandwagon's moving.
Find out what area you're going to.
Yeah, last night on my live stream, I had 7 people. And for my 4th live stream, that's actually quite a lot.
Well, I don't understand what you're talking about, Rob. Maybe you should tell everybody about that. Live stream? What do you mean live stream? On YouTube?
That's a really good point. On Tuesdays and Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Central Time, I go and I get onto Twitch.tv under the name Yankee 850, and I stream from, well, my plans are to stream from 9 p.m. to midnight on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So you can actually go and watch me live like you are here and chat like we are here too. And I can chat back and forth. And if you want to find out what Minecraft is about, come check me out Tuesday night and you can ask me questions and I'll be more than happy to go through and answer them and show what things are and how they work. So yeah, that'll about do it for me. But twitchtv.com, Yahoo, not Yahoo, YouTube, and 2 different channels, so I can be found in a few places.
Yeah, so if you have no clue what the heck Minecraft is about, tune into his Twitch account on the days and check him out live and give him questions. Ask him, what the heck is this Minecraft? What are you doing? I don't understand. Why do you do that? What is that chest all about? Why do you keep smacking blocks and they break?
And I will do my best to answer every one of those questions. I bet his Minecraft is incredible. It's pretty nice. I'm all right at it. I'm just going to leave it at that. You'll have to come and find out. Type your links, guys. It should be, well, I should just have, yeah. And
All right. Well, while they're busy typing their links in, well, you're already on my channel. You know where it is. So all you got to do is hit that subscribe button if you're new. Tune back Monday, Wednesday, Friday for the live streams, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. Check out my videos if you want. Got another one coming out tomorrow and the next day that, yeah, they're really good. Yeah, I'm going to put it that way. Yeah, they're really good. Wow. I've been so intrigued about how awesome they are. But they suck. They really do. They suck. But they'll be coming out tomorrow and the next day. So you can check those ones out. Don't forget to check out the Bear and the Bat show on Thursdays at 10 p.m. Eastern time. We'll probably all be over there checking that out. Yeah, I guess that's about it. Don't forget to check me out on the patreon.com/RevToastTV. I'm on the Instagram.com/RevToastTV and the Twitter, A with a circle, REVTO. Make fun of me over there for not using it enough. And yeah, that was about it. So Dave was here. So we don't need to pray for Dave. Dave said he might be here on, well, he's going to text me, but maybe Monday. Maybe Wednesday. I don't know. Make sure you throw him some support. That would be Grown at Home in West Virginia. That's Grown at Home in WV, but everybody should know him by now. He's more popular than I am, so everybody on here should already be subscribed to him, but if you're not, make sure you go and subscribe to him. It's awesome. Yeah, give him crap for not putting out more videos. He spent all Wednesday planting all those plants and everything and didn't put out a video that I've seen yet about all those videos that he's transplanted. So give him a bunch of heck about that and say, hey, man, took that whole night off. You weren't on a live stream. How come we didn't get a video out of that? So I'm sure he's going to love that comment. But yeah, and also to Anthony, I don't know if you're still out there. I don't think you are, but if you're watching this in the aftermath, really appreciate that. Thank you so much for being the highest bidder on the auction. You're awesome. You have a special place in my heart. Also to everybody else that gave in the donations, also same thing. You definitely have a special place in my heart. Thank you so much. I don't know who all did that, but I assume everybody did. So I will just give everybody a small piece of my heart here. And I just want to say thank you so much. It's always very hard for me to say things like this, but yeah, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Definitely didn't expect that amount of support coming out, and it's definitely very overwhelming. And yeah, never thought that I would see any kind of support like that. So you definitely caught me off guard, and I appreciate it. And thank you so much. You guys are all awesome. I love you all. Thank you for watching the live stream. And yeah, as always, we were here. You guys were watching it. It was awesome. You guys saw it. And we will catch y'all in the next live stream. So till then, later.
Later, guys.
Bye.